Finally be live. Okay, can you guys hear me? Can y'all see me? Let me go ahead and, okay. So how's everybody doing here? This is a bit awkward. I normally have my intro and stuff, but, we had to fix some things over on YouTube because the stream refused to start. Because Mel decided to switch off my keys for whatever reason. So, yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully it's live. Okay, let me see. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make sure I can put the stream out in the Discord because of, I need to make sure, like, since this one didn't know how much time to develop everything, you know. Members only chat was disabled. Wait, what does this mean? I don't have members only. Anyways, let me go ahead and put the stream out in the Discord because, you know, didn't have much time to get out there. So, yeah, okay, let me go get the stream and put it on the Discord. So, your account is not working? What do you mean by that, bro? What's going on? This one didn't know how much time to develop everything, you know. Remember, I'm gonna put this thing on the Discord. Alright. Alright, let me go to the Discord here. I'm gonna put it over here. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's go to Discord. Okay, let's go to the RTV announcements. At everyone. Alright. Join up. There we go. There we go. Let's get that. Alright. Alright, so, alright. So I put the stream on the Discord. So yeah, this is a bit awkward. Hopefully you guys can hear me if you guys can see me. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and, let me just close this for real quick. Before we get into, you know, the point of today's stream, I do want to talk about something here. So, do you guys know the, okay, what is this channel doing here? I'm looking at my YouTube channel. Okay, let me go here. Anyways, I just want to talk to you guys about something that happened, like, yesterday, and I think it's probably about time I need to, like, address this, because, some people thought this actually happened on my main account when it really didn't, but let me just address it anyway. So, how many of you guys here saw these, tutorial videos I made about the Innovation Awards? Like, tap one in the chat if you guys have seen those. Let me just explain this. So, how many of you guys have seen these videos here? How many of you guys here saw that? Alright. He sort of peaked yesterday? Yeah, definitely was, bro. He's kind of reminding me of Zat films, but a much better version of him. He doesn't make videos about diarrhea explosives in the airplane. At least I don't think so. So, yeah, that's what I like about him. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you guys saw these videos I made... oops. If you guys saw the videos I made on this, if you guys noticed, I use a Bacon Hair account on these videos. But, Roblox kind of thought I was a bot on that account, because I got this in the middle of making these videos. We've detected suspicious activity on this account. You can unlock your account by confirming that you're a human. And I tried to recover it, but it made me do captchas that were harder than college math. So, yeah, I wasn't able to recover it, unfortunately, but, you know. Like, apparently this is supposed to combat bots, but it's not even combating the bots. At least I don't think so. Let's go look at MM2. Let's see how much they've combated them. If there's still like over 800,000 players in that game, then yeah, Roblox is not doing their job. Yep, there's a so high amount of players in this game. So yeah, how's your account out? So basically, Roblox thought let me just show you the account that they. Let me just go show you the account that they thought was a bot. It was not my main account. Let me just show you guys the account. Because Roblox, like, some people thought that it was my main account that this happened to, and it wasn't my main account. Thankfully, it wasn't. But I don't think it would give me, like, college-level captchas if it was doing that, because like, I actually have an email and stuff associated with it, so it won't be that bad, but, yeah. Let me just show you the account that they did it with. So here's the account that they thought it was a bot. So, we've been 3 minutes in the stream, we haven't made the point of the video yet. I know, we're just trying to get people to have time to get in here. I just wanted to address something that happened on the channel, okay? Then we're gonna get into the main stuff. But yeah, so this is the account that Roblox thought was I bought. This is the account that they locked. And, I don't know why they're combating like, that's not what we're looking at. Okay, like, they're combating the wrong people. Like, they're combating these alt accounts instead of the bots. I mean, they probably combated bots with it, but why would they think this account was a bot for? Like, what is this? You watch Waffle Trades? Yeah, I do. I occasionally watch them from time to time. Not really that much. Yeah, like, I don't know if Roblox thought this was a bot. I don't know why. So, yeah, that's just stupid on their part, but, you know. But, yeah, that's what happened. It did not happen on my main account, because some people in there thought it was my main account, so I just wanted to, you know, address that, so. But, yeah, her story, huh? So if you guys don't know, wait, not jizz. Why did I put that? It wasn't like that. Anyway, okay. So if you like yesterday, we watched his story on the channel. Like yesterday, that's what we did, and then I recently heard there was a her story version. I'm not sure it's by the same guy that made this one, but there's a her story. If you look this one up, can you search out my account? And I could go to your account from here. Like I can see this, and this one works just fine. Oh yeah, then this is a YouTube one. I mean, are you talking about your Roblox account? Are you talking about your Roblox account that we were talking about? Which account are you talking? Oh yeah, Roblox. I'm not sure what your username even is though. Cause I have a lot of people in my friends list. It's hard to keep track of everybody, if you know what I mean. Alright, oh yeah, we also have these little check my profile things. There's a new bot in there. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. I'm not sure which one your username on here. This is a list. I have like 474 people on here, so you know. Anyway, so yeah, we have her story, which I think would be his story's girlfriend, if I had to guess. Unfriend the bots. I'm not friends with them. They sent me friend requests. I just leave them there because I don't really check. I don't really like bother with them too much. I just don't really interact with them. That's what I just do. Alright, username is Francisco. Alright, let me go ahead and search up the name on Roblox. Let me go find the name here. Okay. Alright, let me go. Your password isn't working to your account. Wait, did you reset the password? Did you forget it? Or let me go check the account. Alright, it seems to be showing up just fine. I mean, the account's still here and everything, so it should be fine. So I mean, you should be. Did you forget your password or something, or what happened? All right, wait, look here. Edit. What'd you edit, bro? What'd you put on here? All right, let me look what you got on here, bro. Let me go see what you got on this channel here. All right, let me see what you got up here. Is this the newest one here? I need to find this one from 2 hours ago.
I am the Alpha and the Omega.
Laughing at someone for praying is like so messed up, bro. You know? Like, you need to reset a password. Can you go to the Verity song? A Verity song. Alright, let's see what we have for the Verity song here. I think it's this one, right? This guy.
Hey, it's me, it's Verity.
This is like a TV commercial set. This is like a TV commercial set.
I got a question. I know about a million things.
Well, that's great.
I'll do everything.
All right. What's the capital of France?
Oh, oui, oui, oui.
Wee.
Okay. What does the cow say?
Oh, moo, moo, moo. I speak that too. All day.
All right.
It looks like a TV commercial, bro.
Is anybody home?
The lighting's up looks like.
So where did everybody go? Hey, it's me, it's Verity. I'll speak anything.
Jeez.
So you know, I know about a million things. I'll do
What's going on, No Sal? How you doing, bro? Hope I said your name right. How you doing,
Why
bro?
is the door locked up so tight?
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
No need to leave. Stay here.
Why do you know where I sleep?
Oh, I just know. I always know.
Hopefully this isn't a copyright, by the way.
Do you live alone? Is anybody home? 1, 2, 3, and so where did everybody go?
That's the skeleton
It's
part.
me. It's Verity. Come closer.
Yeah.
Anything.
It's better not.
I know about.
I'm gonna think about the crab version, but
I'll do everything.
Come closer.
Jeez.
Come be my friend. Don't be so scared.
Love me.
Oh,
It's
when
me.
you think it's brain.
It's Verity.
Oh.
La 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 la. Ask me anything. La 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 la. I know about a million things. La 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 la. Everything.
If Verity knows everything, what's 9 plus 10? If Verity knows everything, he better know what 9 plus 10 is. Yeah, okay, that was just weird and unsettling. Great. I can't believe I have that smeared in my head now, but yeah. Great. Now, let's move on to her story, shall we? Alright, let's not argue about what's alright, anyway, let's just move on to our next topic here, guys. Let's move on to our next topic. Alright, we're at her story here, don't we? Wait, Hussein just reacted to her too. Wait, he collaborated with Hussein collaborated with her story and everything. What the heck? So you're telling me I can get her story to collaborate with me on my video? Anyways, let's move on. Channel data is not available. Great, I guess. Great. When was this channel made? Actually, it was made like 2 years ago now. Dang. Game of 2024 was 2 years ago. Let's be honest with you. All right. Anyways, how many videos? They have like 800 videos within like 2 years. Well, I mean, technically, anyway. Yeah, it was like this was like his story, but like the girl version. I wonder if they're made by the same people though. Like they have a Twitter account. What the heck? Alright, let's not argue about God, guys, okay? Let's not argue about God, alright? Let's not argue about that type of stuff here. Alright, you guys have your own beliefs, that's your thing, but we don't need to be arguing about it here on a public live stream. Alright, he lost his memory. So it's actually posted all of our videos here, apparently. Great, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't know she had a Twitter account. Anyway, so when we, okay. Okay, I forgot to close my folder. Alright, there we go, okay. It is his girlfriend? Oh, I see. Alright, anyways, let's move on to let's get on into this. Okay. Alright, when we recording this, putting this on the Clip channel, and then we're gonna be clipping this on the main channel too. So everyone keep religion out of the chat. Yeah, we should probably do that. Yeah, let's keep religion and stuff out of the chat. Like everybody has their own religion beliefs. We don't need to be talking about that here, especially on a public chat. Alright. You saw obesity? Oh, of course he did. Of course. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and, alright, hopefully the volume isn't too loud. Anyway, let's move on to her story. Okay. The obesity version is so, okay, man, let's look at this obesity version. What's this? Alright. Alright, so, alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, what is this? Alright, okay, what is this? Oh!
It's me, obesity!
Wait, I didn't know steak was it. I didn't know steak, I did it dirty. I didn't know that was a thing. And I don't know why it's buffering. Great. What is going on? Okay, great. I'm not sure why did they? He was so big that it crashed it froze the freaking YouTube. Alright, okay. We're not reacting full screen then.
It's me, obesity!
Ew!
Feed me anything!
I got a question.
I know about a million foods! I'll eat everything!
Oh!
Alright. What's the specialty of France?
Oh oui, le crêperie, merci.
Okay, what does the cow make?
Oh no, I still yum cool.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's some
How did
fries
steak
and
get
maybe
molded?
apple pies. 1, 2, 3, and so where did
got
all
one.
the snacks go?
I taste on the steak,
It's
yeah.
me, it's gluttony. Feed me anything. I know about a million foods. I'll eat everything.
No. He locked the
Why's the
fridge,
fish have
dude.
looked so tight? Oh, tee. Just give the key. I'm hungry.
Alright, I'm turning that thing off. Alright, let's go back to her story. Yeah, turn that thing off. Alright, anyways, so let's get on to the main point of the video, which is her story. Okay. Alright, I'm turning that monstrosity off. Anyways, so alright. Today, I just found her story after watching his story previously on the channel. I thought we'd react to her story as well. So, it's basically like his story, but it's basically a girl version of it. So make sure you guys are subscribed and let's get on into this. Here we go.
My fiance proposed, and I cried tears of joy. But while walking home, a car swerved right at me. I screamed, and my fiance shoved me out of the way. The car slammed into him and drove off, but he flew 60 feet and hit his head on the concrete. In the hospital, doctors told me he'd live, but he had severe brain damage and likely wouldn't even remember my name. I walked into his room and showed him my engagement ring, but he just stared through me with these lifeless eyes. My lip quivered, and then the doctor told me he'd also need to relearn to talk. We walked into the speech therapist's office, and I wasn't sure he'd ever be normal again, but then she told him the rules. I'm gonna say a word, and you have to say a word similar to it. It took him a few minutes to understand, but then she said, cat. He thought for a few minutes and said, aminol. I squeezed his hand, and the therapist said, water. He replied, dink, and when I laughed, he looked at me with this goofy smile like he didn't understand why I was laughing. But then she said, happiness. It was a big word, and I didn't expect him to get it because he was just staring ahead blankly, but then he pointed his finger at me. Happiness. Mia. My jaw dropped. That was my name. And despite everything, he associated it with happiness. I started crying. The therapist shook her head. No, that's wrong. But my boyfriend kept nodding. Happiness, Mia. I took his hand and cried tears of joy, knowing no matter what will make it. My fiance proposed, and I cried tears of joy. But while walking home, a car swerved.
That's sad.
I just buckled my little sister in her car seat when I realized my keys were inside and panicked when I couldn't open the door. I yelled, help, and yanked the handle, but our school security guard grabbed my shoulder and pulled me away. I just caught you red-handed. You're going to jail, car thief. I grasped his shoulders and shook them hard before pointing through the window. That's my sister, and today is the hottest day of the year. If we don't get her out soon, she could pass out from the heat. He calmly tapped the glass. Ma'am, do you know this thief? But my sister was 2 years old, so she just waved at him with a smile. He nodded slowly. Looks like that's a no. I pulled out my student ID with shaking hands and showed it to him, but he started laughing. That's obviously forged. You probably made it at home. I looked at my sister, and her cheeks were turning red from the heat. My heart started pulling out of my chest, so I begged the guard, please just break the glass and get her out. But he just wagged his finger. Nice try. That's destroying evidence. Then he pulled traffic cones off his cart and coned off the car with my sister still in it. I saw her lay her palm flat against the glass, and sweat began pouring down her face due to the heat. She started crying, but I could barely hear her through the glass, and that made my blood boil. So I ran past the guard and yanked the handle myself, but he dragged me back again and lifted his radio. The suspect is attempting forced entry. I pointed at the window, fogging up from her breathing, and screamed, she's overheating. She needs my help. He leaned in close to the fog and squinted his eyes. Interesting. Maybe she's on some chemicals. That's when my sister got spooked by his face and slapped the glass. The security guard yelled, the accomplice is getting aggressive, and swung his radio up to point the antenna at her, but the metal tip smacked the window and shattered the whole thing. I dove through, unbuckled my sister, and pulled her out with shaking hands. Her arms locked around my neck, so I told her, I'm so glad you're okay, and held her until she stopped crying. The guard stood frozen, whispering, I destroyed the evidence. I held my sister and told him he'd better cone himself off. He looked at his cones. Then he actually picked up a cone, placed it in front of his own shoes, and radioed in his location. I just buckled my little sister in her car seat when I realized
the only evidence that that guy has is him being an idiot. That's pretty much the only thing I've gotten from all this. This guy's an absolute weirdo. El Cop.
A woman stormed over while I was pushing my son David on the swing and told me, get away from that child. Where are his real parents? I told her David was my son and took his hand to leave, but she stepped in front of me and blocked my path. You're not going anywhere with him, you sick woman. I tried to walk around her, but she ripped David's hand out of mine, picked him up, and stepped back. He screamed and reached for me, but she pulled him against her chest and turned away. The whole park stopped and stared. She set David down on the grass behind her and crouched in front of him. It's okay, sweetie. Tell me where your real mommy is. You're safe now. David sobbed and pointed at me. That's my mommy. Mommy, please. The woman turned David's face toward her and shook her head. No, honey. Look at her skin. Now look at your skin. She pointed at his arm. It's different. She's not your mommy. She took you. David cried harder and tried to push past her, but she held him in place. I went to step around her, but she stood up and shoved me with both hands. I hit the grass hard. She turned to the rest of the park and screamed, this woman kidnapped a black child. Somebody call the police. Other parents pulled out their phones, and one of them was already on the line with 911. She picked David up against her hip and started carrying him toward her SUV. He kicked and reached for me, but she placed him in her car. I ran towards him, but she smiled at me and got in. Just as she was about to press the accelerator, the cops arrived. They asked what was going on, and she stepped out of her car and said, she kidnapped a black child. Arrest her. I pulled David's adoption certificate out of my bag and handed it to the officer. He read it, looked at the woman, and told her to get my son out of her car right now. She stammered, but look at them. Their skin is... He told her she had 5 seconds before she was being arrested for attempted kidnapping of a minor. She went pale and immediately unbuckled David's seatbelt, and he sprinted to me. Then the officer cuffed her anyway. David looked at her with tears still on his face and said, she's scary. Her face crumpled as she got in the squad car because the child she was protecting now saw her as a monster. A woman stormed The owner, Jerry, stormed in during a busy Friday night shift and immediately turned off the music. He told every customer they had to leave right now without paying. Everyone was shocked, but Jerry just ushered them out. Our whole staff started asking what was going on, but the second the last customer left, Jerry instantly padlocked the front door. None of my staff are leaving. Jerry pulled out his phone and started making phone calls immediately, calling corporate, his lawyers, the police. Our line cook, who never showed emotion and no one ever heard speak, asked if this was really necessary, but Jerry ignored him and ordered every staff member to gather in the back. When we did, I noticed my sister wasn't there. She was working with me tonight, but I couldn't see her. She'd told me earlier she was feeling sick, so I presumed she'd gone home. But then Jerry walked up to us with his hand out. Everyone who has keys to the back freezers, hand them over right now. 5 of us gave him our keys, including me and the line cook. You see, our restaurant had 5 freezers in the back, and each key unlocked a different freezer. He marched the 5 of us to the back and stood in front of the first freezer. He started testing every single key. The first one didn't fit. The second didn't either. My heart was pounding, and when I looked beside me, the line cook was just standing completely still. Jerry kept muttering under his breath while trying the keys, but then he tried the key belonging to the line cook and the freezer opened. Jerry turned to the line cook immediately. Stand against the wall, hands in the air, don't move. The line cook didn't say a word and backed up against the wall, his face unreadable. Jerry told us, hold his arms against the wall, don't let him move. We were all confused, but did it anyway. But then Jerry pointed at me. Not you, you need to see this. I was shaking as I let go of the line cook. Me and Jerry walked into the freezer, and he pointed at one specific container with tears in his eyes. My hands were trembling as I lifted the lid. My legs immediately gave out. My sister was inside. Her skin was blue, and her eyes were frozen open.
Bro. That is probably one of the most creepiest things that you could ever see in a restaurant or whatever that place is. Like, oh my god.
I noticed a faint glow through her pocket, and when I reached in and pulled out her phone, one message was typed out to me but never sent. Please help. The line cook locked me in the freezer. Please. I turned around and saw officers cuffing the line cook. I dropped to my knees and screamed at him. Why? But his face stayed completely still. I don't know. I just wanted to see what it would feel like. The owner, Jerry, stormed in during a busy Friday night shift and immediately turned off the music. He told every customer they had to leave right now without paying. Everyone was I tucked my toddler into her crib for nap time, but she refused to sleep and kept pointing at the birds outside the window. I want to fly like them. I told her she wasn't a bird, but then I heard a massive crash behind me. I turned and saw my husband was hauling a giant fan into the room. I got this 80% off on sale, babe. Look how powerful it is. He cranked it to full before I could respond, and the wind hit me so hard I stumbled backward. But then something shrieked, "Mommy!" behind me. My toddler had climbed onto the windowsill while I wasn't looking to reach for the birds, but now the wind from the fan had shoved her onto the ledge. I lunged towards her, screaming, "Turn the fan off!" But I wasn't fast enough. The fan's wind pushed my 2-year-old out of the second-story window. I watched her tip and bolted for the stairs, gripping my head in horror. My husband ran after me, screaming, "Babe, calm down. It's gonna be okay. Everything is fine." But I wasn't listening or going to calm down. I burst through the back door, hyperventilating and pale with fear. And then I saw my daughter, bouncing and giggling in a massive foam pit I'd never seen. My husband tapped my shoulder. I forgot to mention, the foam pits were on sale too. I told you everything was fine. I was still shaking when my daughter looked up at me with her arms stretched out wide. Mommy, I flew like the birds. I tucked my toddler into her crib for nap time, but she
Well, at least there's the foam pit at the bottom. At least baby's not dead. Alright. Alright, Blocks. Why are we just saying this stuff now? Why are we doing that? Alright. At least baby's okay, bro.
I asked a karate master if he could train me for prison, and he kicked me to the ground. I twitched on the floor. I got 90 days for selling fake Jordans. I'm 95 pounds. If I don't learn how to fight, I'll die in there. He pulled me up with one hand. We have much work to do, but there's no guarantee this will work. I grabbed his hand. I'll do anything. He answered by taking my hand and bending my fingers back one by one until every knuckle popped. Lesson 1. Any man who puts his hand on you is handing you 5 small bones. Tears streamed down my face. Yes, master. The next morning, he walked me into his kids' class and clapped twice. Attack her. 8 white belts swarmed me, and an 8-year-old girl swept my legs, dropping me flat on the floor. I limped over holding my ribs. Why did you do that? They're children. He pressed a gold star onto her uniform. If children can put you down, the yard will bury you. That night, I couldn't sleep because I knew he was right. A fight was guaranteed to happen, and when it did, I needed to survive. The next morning, I bowed my head. I'm ready to do anything you ask. He pressed a gold star onto my chest. Good. A month of popped knuckles later, on my last free morning, he fed me a snake. As I chewed it while sitting cross-legged to meditate, he lowered something heavy onto my shoulders. My eyes shot open as I saw an anaconda thicker than my arm coiled around my neck, its tongue flicking at my jaw, but I kept my hand.
I want you guys to know my mom is like really afraid of snakes. If this happened to her, she'd be darting out of there immediately.
hands flat on my knees until it settled like a scarf. He nodded once. You have achieved inner peace. You are ready. The next day, I went to prison, traded my clothes for a jumpsuit 2 sizes too big, and before the gate even shut, the biggest inmate in the yard stepped off the weight bench. She grabbed a fistful of my collar and lifted me onto my toes, smiling like a shark, showing every tooth. Fresh meat. Her knuckles pressed under my chin, and I grinned because she'd just given me her hand. I peeled her pinky off my collar and snapped it back, then the next, and the next, cracking each finger one by one as that shark smile dissolved into screams. She dropped to her knees, so I kicked her flat onto the concrete the exact way the karate master had kicked me. Everything he'd spent a month teaching me, I just used on the biggest inmate in the yard in 10 seconds. The yard went silent. I held out my hand the way the old man had held out his, and the shark took it with the hand that still worked. I asked a karate master if he could train me for prison, and he kicked. Jake's mom pointed at the wall of 7 photographs, every one of them a different man named Peter, and announced, "Your son will be the 8th. I shook my head. No way. My uncle was named Peter too, and he went to prison for arson. People died. She waved her hand like she was swatting a fly. That has nothing to do with our Peters. 9 months later, my hands were still shaking from labor when I handed the nurse our paperwork naming my son Oliver. Jake's parents came to the hospital that afternoon, and as soon as his mom saw the birth certificate, she turned red. You'll regret that. She stormed out before I could ask what she meant. 4 weeks later, a CPS worker stood on our porch holding a report claiming Oliver was starving. She walked through our house, checked Oliver's weight chart, and found nothing, apologizing on her way out for wasting our morning. 2 weeks later, she knocked again, this time glancing at her notepad instead of me. Anonymous tip. Someone reported screaming. She looked past me at Oliver, asleep in his bassinet, and rubbed her forehead. Same phone number as last time. I still have to write this up. A month later, she came back a 3rd time, and before I could even open the door fully, she held up her hand. This report claims you're planning to sacrifice him. This is getting ridiculous, and you need to file a police report. My hands went cold, and I pulled Oliver tighter against my chest. The next day, Jake and I sat across a metal table from a detective who spread pages of phone records in front of us, one at a time, tapping each page. Same number, every single call. Then, he slid a printed text message across the table. Read this. It was from Jake's mom to his dad, sent the night Oliver was born. We need to get Peter before it's too late. We took them to court for harassment and filing false reports, and I stood up before the judge could speak. I turned to face Jake's mom directly, the printed message trembling in my hand. You wrote this the night he was born. We need to get Peter before it's too late. I set it down on the table between us. His name is Oliver. It's always been Oliver. Jake's mom's face crumpled, and she started crying while his dad stared at his own hands and said nothing. The judge cleared his throat. Ma'am, why are you so obsessed with naming your grandson Peter? She sniffled. Spider-Man's real name is Peter. The judge gave us a restraining order. Jake's mom.
Okay, just because you name your the kid Peter because Spider-Man's name is Peter, doesn't mean he's gonna turn into Spider-Man. Like, what are we doing here? Alright, hold on. Let me go check something real quick. Alright. Let me go check something real quick. Hold on. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Let me go check what's going on in the pro chat. There's nothing there. Alright, let me go look here real quick. I don't know why I have to keep dealing with this. Okay, I don't see him. Okay, I don't see him in here. Alright, clear some people here. Are we starting in his story? Not yet. Hold on. Okay. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our next one.
I was working as a journalist in a war-torn country when a hand twice my size closed around my camera lens. The man towered over me. Women do not photograph men in this country. I held up my press badge while my fingers shook. I have a journalist visa. I'm just documenting, that's all. Across the square, 3 men with rifles stopped to watch us. He pried the camera out of my hands, held it at arm's length, dropped it, and brought his boot down. My heart dropped because I was isolated, and nobody in that market was going to help an American woman. He made a call without taking his eyes off me, and the men with rifles grinned ear to ear. 10 minutes later, an army truck pushed through the crowd, and 5 soldiers climbed out. All of them were staring straight at me. One stripped my bag and passport, while another zip-tied my wrists. Where are you taking me? For what? Taking pictures? They carried me into the car and started driving, and I knew they weren't going to answer any more questions. When we stopped, the big man leaned close for the first time since the market. He pulled me out and dragged me behind the store. But when we were alone, he whispered, "I'm on your side, but you need to pretend to be mad at each other, because if the soldiers find out I want to protect you, they'll kill us both." I gulped hard, but before I could respond, he dragged me back to the car and I screamed, "You crushed my camera, you animal!" When I got in, 5 soldiers laughed. "The American should be killed." He smiled. "I agree." The truck stopped at a ravine at dusk and they dragged me out. The big man racked his rifle. "I do this alone." The youngest one crossed his arms. "I want to watch." My eyes widened and I walked to the edge with the barrel in my back. Bang! I heard a shot and the man immediately whispered, "Drop to the floor now." I lay there lifeless, doing my best to be fake dead. The young man crossed his arms. Good. They walked to their car and drove away, and I had no idea how I was going to get back home. I was working as a journalist in a war-torn country when a hand twice my size. I woke up covered in itchy red spots and I froze. It was chickenpox. I stroked my chin because I needed a way to cover them. Otherwise, Mom wouldn't let me go to Ava's playdate. I tiptoed into her bathroom and caked her foundation over every spot I could reach. It looked a little orange on me, but I figured it had to be good enough to convince her. But when Mom knocked an hour later, her palm hit my forehead the second the door opened. "You're burning up, baby, and your color's wrong." I hugged my backpack. "Nope, I'm fine, Mom. You're being dramatic. Let's get going." She grabbed her big work bag and carried me into the car instead. "We're going to urgent care first. It's the one I work at, so I know they're nice people." I nervously kicked my feet against the chair in front of me because I had no idea what the doctor was going to say. When we got there, the intake nurse waved us in. "Morning, Fiona." She pressed 2 fingers along my belly, hit a spot under my waistband, and I flinched. The color drained from his face. "I think it might be appendicitis. We're going to run some tests, and if they come out positive, we're going to cut her open and perform surgery straight away." I completely froze, and the doctor drew a dotted line curve around my belly button where she was planning to cut me open. I jumped out of my seat. "No, no, look!" I pulled up my sleeve and wiped it against the pillow to get rid of the makeup. "It's chickenpox. I covered it with your makeup for Ava's playdate. Please don't cut me open." Mom sat on the edge of my bed and smiled. "Finally, took you long enough." I tilted my head in confusion, and she explained, "Baby, you were orange in your doorway, in my foundation. There was never any surgery. I just wanted to teach you a lesson." I gasped because I thought I'd been tricking my mom all morning, when really, she'd been the one letting me. "So, can I still go to Ava's?" Mom turned her phone around to show me a photo of Ava in bed, covered in the same spots as me. "Her mom called yesterday, sweetheart. There was never a playdate either. Don't lie to me again." She reached into the work bag and set the pink calamine medicine bottle for chickenpox on my blanket, packed before we ever left the house. I woke up covered in itchy red spots and I froze. It was chickenpox. I stroked my chin because I had just unbuckled my daughter, Rosie, from her car seat when a woman marched up and pointed her finger at the handicap parking sign. "People like you are why actual disabled people can never find parking." I pointed to the placard hanging from my mirror. "I'm allowed to park here. My daughter has autism, and parking close gives me a few extra seconds if she bolts." The woman looked past me at Rosie, standing beside the open car door. "She looks perfectly fine to me." I grabbed Rosie's hand just as a shopping cart rattled loose from the return and rolled across the lane. Rosie's head snapped toward it, and I squeezed her hand tighter while she twisted to get free. Eyes locked on the cart. The woman stepped closer, blocking the space between us and the store. "Then park somewhere else." I pulled Rosie against my hip. "Please." The woman lowered her voice. "Don't use your kid to get out of this." Rosie yanked her hand out of mine and ran after the cart right as an SUV's reverse lights flashed. "Rosie, stop!" I screamed, but she kept running. I sprinted after her and caught the back of her shirt right before she crossed behind the bumper. The SUV jerked to a stop so close the brakes squealed. Rosie fought against my arms, still reaching for the cart, while I held her against my chest and tried to breathe. When I turned around, the woman was standing by my bumper with her hand over her mouth. I lifted Rosie against my hip and walked past her. "She looks fine," I said, "until she's not." I had just unbuckled my daughter, Rosie, from her car seat when a woman
Okay, why is the baby sitting in the front seat though? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I want to speak to this Karen's manager, which is their mother, to show how much of an idiot she raised.
A mom yanked her daughter out of
Not
my
the camera's
Cinderella
mom,
photo
not
line
the-
in 105-degree heat and announced to the whole crowd that I was too sweaty and gross to be a real princess. I instantly clenched my fists because I'd been
Dang, bro,
baking in a
look how
velvet ball
shiny.
gown all morning and I wanted to give her a piece of my mind. But when I looked at her
Looks like a
daughter, she
Barbie doll.
whispered, "I didn't even get to show you the curtsy bow that I practiced." So while her mom called for the manager, I kept my hands folded and my smile on because I couldn't be the one who made her magical day even worse. A manager in a red polo jogged over, but the mom spun on him before he could open his mouth. "Do you know what it
Is that
took
the
to get
same
here?
Karen
3 years on a
earlier?
Make-A-Wish list? 3 years?" She jabbed a finger at her daughter, who was now curled up on the curb, waiting for all this to be over. "She has leukemia. This is her last good summer, and your princess won't even stop sweating for long enough to smile at her and make this trip worth our time." My smile dropped, and my manager asked if I wanted to take the rest of the day off, but I shook my head because I knew exactly what to do. I knelt down until the girl and I were eye to eye, then reached up and pulled the blonde wig off my head to show I was bald underneath. The whole line went silent, and the mom mom's hand flew up over her mouth. I looked the girl in the eyes. I sweat like this because my body never cooled down after my chemo. I had what you have. I know what it's like to sit in that hospital bed and wait for the one day when everything finally feels okay. Her mom sank down onto the curb with both hands over her mouth, shaking, and the same crowd she'd just turned against me was looking at her now. But her daughter wasn't looking at any of them. She was looking at me, smiling for the first time since she got in line. Mommy, she's the realest princess here. I took my phone camera out to take our photo together.
Okay,
No,
wait,
you
put
are.
the iPhone
A mom
17 in
yanked her
there.
daughter out of my Cinderella. I
That
hauled
was-
my brand new
that-
gorilla couch into
that
my living
mom
room
needs
and
to
walked
be
upstairs to
dumped,
grab
bro. That
cushions
mom
for
was
it.
at
But
the
when I
camera
came back
early.
down, my eyes widened in horror. The YouTuber Sambucha was suddenly on my
They got another Sambucha one on here. They got Sambucha collab on here too. Oh my god, like I got into famous animators video, Sambucha. Oh my god, dude. Sambucha's making every video at this point.
gorilla couch, his arms resting above
That looks kind of looks a bit like it must have kind of not at the same time, bro. Like, I wonder if he actually has a shirt that says Sambucha on it.
his head like he owned it. I dropped the cushions in shock and went to ask what he was doing here, but he sat up before I could. I'm your new neighbor, and by the way, you should really close your back door. He pointed at the cracked open back door, then patted my gorilla couch. Also, this is a fire couch. I'm
Bro, that's freaking close up.
gonna
Oh
use
my
it if
God.
that's cool.
I
My
can't
doorbell
add you
rang
on
before I
Discord,
could tell
I'm
him
sorry,
no,
dude.
and
I don't
Sambucha's
really
face
have you on
instantly lit up.
Discord.
They're here. He shot up and ran past me to open my own door, and I gripped my head in disbelief. An entire crew instantly started flooding into my apartment, carrying a white table, a microphone, a PC, and a monitor. An entire
Wait, Sambucha
recording
bringing up
setup. I
studio in
screamed,
here?
"What is going on?" But Sambucha calmly replied, "My new house isn't big enough for a recording studio, so I'm gonna use yours," while directing where to place all his equipment. My blood boiled in anger, and I tried to step in their way, but Sambucha slapped my hand away. The gorilla couch needs to be the centerpiece. He ordered his crew to move it, and when they did, they dropped it so hard I heard my floorboards crack under it. Then they shuffled out, while I stood there in disbelief because one of my favorite YouTubers had set up a recording studio in my living room without my consent. I told Sambucha to get out, but he completely ignored me and sat in his chair. "Here's $600, buddy. Consider it rent." He slapped it on the table, but I immediately shoved it back and grabbed his mic. I said, "Get out." That's when Sambucha got up. He pushed me to the ground, and my head hit the edge of the gorilla couch as he stood over me and crossed his arms. I almost fought Jonah Hill. "Don't think I won't fight you." He put on a bucket hat before I could react and sat back in the chair. He clicked
that's
record
not
and began
bucket hat.
talking into the microphone. "Hey guys, so today we're testing if we can turn our neighbor's house into a recording studio." That's when I snapped. I shot up
That
and
sounds
started
like a
ripping the
thing that
cushions off the
Sambucha
gorilla
would do.
couch, my face red in anger. Sambucha laughed into the microphone. "As you see, guys, our neighbor is pretty angry," but he couldn't even finish his sentence before I yanked him out of his chair. I picked him up over my head and violently stuffed Sambucha into the gorilla couch. Sambucha was still screaming, "No," as I slammed the cushions back on, trapping him inside. He tried to punch his way up, but I grinned and sat down exactly where he was trapped. "You know, Sam, you're exactly the type of guy to get stuffed inside a gorilla couch." He kept punching and screaming, but I just put my arms above my head, then yanked out his monitor cable and watched the DVD logo bounce until it hit the top corner. "We're gonna be here a while, Sam." I hauled my brand new gorilla couch into my living room and
Oh my god, bro. I might have to tell Sambucha about that.
the safari jeep hit a ditch and launched me into the mud. I spat out dirt and immediately turned around to get back on, but the jeep was already driving away. The tour guide leaned out his window. "Sorry, but we have to leave you. It's the rule." They sped off down the loop trail, and my heart was beating out of my chest because I had no way to get back. And behind me, I heard something heavy moving in the water. I turned around, splashing the water behind me, and saw a crocodile with its jaws wide open. I kicked it in the eye, and for a second, it thrashed backward. I was catching my breath, looking around for something I could use as a weapon to defend myself when I spotted more crocodiles emerging from the water. I scanned the swamp for anything to swing, found nothing but mud, so I cracked my knuckles and decided I wasn't about to let myself get beached by some little fish. "Oh, it's on." I jumped on the big one's back, wrapped my arms behind its jaws, and bit its skull until my teeth ached. It rolled, so I bit harder until it went limp and all the other crocodiles swam away. An hour later, the engine came back around the bend right on schedule, and I was standing in the swamp, caked in crocodile blood. It skidded to a stop a foot from my knees, and the tour guide gasped, "You're still alive?" I crossed my arms, and he said, "Either get back in the Jeep or get out of the way. You can't block the road. We're on a schedule." I yanked his door open and shoved him out into the mud, then climbed into his seat, adjusted his mirror, and leaned out the window like he had. "Sorry, but we have to leave you. It's the rule." I immediately started driving, and in the rear view, I could see the crocodiles coming back for him. The safari Jeep hit a ditch and launched me
Sucks for
into
that
the...
guy.
I was
Sucks
about to
to
give
suck.
birth when I heard gunshots across the street. My husband Austin grabbed my hand. "Don't worry."
Well, imagine hearing gunshots across the street from your house, bro. Like, what would you guys do in that situation? What are you guys doing that?
Those are just fireworks, baby. I pointed at the shelf. Can you take my police badge and go check it out? He pressed a washcloth to my forehead. You're about to have our baby. I'm not leaving this room to go see some fireworks. I threw the blanket off. Fine, I'll do it myself. A contraction
trying to
came
play
that was so
sometime.
painful, it
This
made me
week
fold
I'll
in
see what
half.
happens
I
when
wrote
I
it
get the
out and
game,
grabbed
make
my
sure it runs
badge.
well.
Austin spread his arms across the doorway. Please, get back in bed. I shoved past him. Duty comes first. I ran out the front door with one hand under my belly. Across the street, our 70-year-old neighbor was pinned against her front door, and a man in a ski mask had a pistol under her chin while he tore the rings off her fingers, robbing her blind. I raised my badge from the middle of her lawn. Hands in the air. I'm a cop. The pistol swung onto me, and now it was my hands in the air. The next contraction buckled my knees against her fence, and when I looked around for help, I saw Austin sitting on the grass crying, with his head helplessly buried in his hands.
you
So I
gotta
did
help
the only
her.
thing I could think of, and lowered myself onto the grass, leaned back on my elbows, and started pushing the baby out. The man's
Oh.
hands shook in disgust, but I grinned because everything was going according to plan. He backed away from my porch, one slow step at a time. Yo, what is that? What is that? The gun dropped from his hand and bounced in the grass, and I snatched it up and leveled it at his chest while the baby crowned. He cleared the fence without touching it and disappeared up the block, a grown man with a loaded gun, and he got disarmed by childbirth. Austin finally made it across the street and
Isn't
dropped
that-
beside me,
isn't
crying
that
harder
good
than the
acting?
newborn. It's a girl. I was about to give birth when I heard gunshots across the street. My husband Austin grabbed. My older sister held a bread knife out towards me and said, "Make me a sandwich." I shook my head and told her I didn't know how to use a knife, and suddenly her eyes went wild as she raised it over her head. "You're making me that sandwich." She ran towards me with the knife, and my jaw dropped as I turned and bolted towards my room. I locked my door while she was still screaming about mayonnaise, and I breathed a sigh of relief as I thought that was it. But then she
Bridget,
punched the
that's
tip of the
probably
knife through the
playtime,
door
we'll
and
see.
stuck her hand through. "Open up. I just
see
want
how
to talk
I feel.
about the sandwich." She started carving the hole in the door wider while I pressed my knees into my chest, crying because I was about to die over a sandwich. Her whole arm came through and she swung the knife trying to hit me, and that's when I said the words, "With all the effort you're putting into killing me, you could have just made your own sandwich by now." Suddenly, her arm stopped mid-swing. The knife pulled out and her one eye appeared at the
What the
hole.
heck?
Wait, you're right. I listened to her go downstairs. I stood up shaking and crept to the top of the staircase, where I saw her at the counter, humming and calmly spreading butter onto a slice of bread with the same knife she'd used on my door. When Dad came home, I told him a raccoon destroyed my door. My older sister held a bread knife out towards me and said,
Why
"Make
don't you
me."
blame your
I was
sister?
passing a water bottle to my son during our desert safari tour when an elephant extended its trunk towards him. He reached his hands up,
I'm
and
gonna play
suddenly
the
the
game
elephant
now.
wrapped its trunk around Caleb's waist. I screamed his name and grabbed
gonna
for
play
him,
the
but
game
my
today,
hand closed on hot air. He was already running away with my
I need
son,
to
and
make
I
sure it runs
screamed,
good
"We
and
need to get
stuff,
him."
and
Our
then,
guide
you know,
Sifo
do
was
that.
already on his
So I'm
feet.
gonna be able to
"Ma'am,
play
please
today,
keep your feet on the
unfortunately.
floor." "Driver, go." The truck lurched and threw me back into my seat. The whole herd was running with Caleb, and we passed a family of giraffes, and I thought they were going to attack us for disrupting their peace, but they just playfully tossed leaves from the tree onto us. When we got closer, I heard Caleb shrieking, but when I saw his face, he wasn't crying, he was laughing. The elephants were laughing too. The herd slowed down and got to a bend where a thin river still ran. The big elephant lowered Caleb onto its back, dipped its trunk into the water, and sprayed it over him, water going everywhere. He squealed and threw his arms up for more. It did it again. The elephant carried him back to the truck and set him down in my lap, soaking wet, grinning so wide I could see his teeth. Sipo lowered his binoculars.
Oh
"He
my
saw
God.
your son was overheating," he said softly. He only wanted to give him a drink. Caleb pressed his wet face into my neck and pointed back at the herd. "Best safari ever." I was passing a water bottle to my son during our desert safari tour when an elephant.
Do now. All right.
My brother-in-law asked my husband, "Is the baby feeling better, Roger?" "We don't have a baby," I told him, and the words nearly killed me because I'm infertile. I looked at my husband for help, but he looked terrified. I didn't get why until his brother said, "But Roger called me last week about taking her to the emergency room." Roger instantly shot out of his chair. "I don't know what you're talking about. Babe, let's go." His brother looked at him like he'd lost his mind. "You send me videos of her all the time." I sat there confused until he pulled out his phone and showed me a baby girl with Roger's green eyes. She was taking
All
wobbly
right,
steps
yep.
across a living room I didn't
Both.
recognize. Then I heard a woman's voice saying, "Mama's so proud of you," and I almost threw up because I recognized that voice. "That's your coworker Rebecca," I said, feeling dizzy. Roger shook his head frantically. "Babe, this isn't what it looks like." I didn't believe anything he said anymore, so I looked at his brother and asked, "How old is she?" 14 months, his brother said quietly. I felt like the rug had been pulled under me. I grabbed his phone and opened his bank account because I needed to know what else he'd been hiding from me. I felt vomit rise up my throat seeing months of daycare charges, formula,
All right.
diapers,
Bro,
and baby clothes.
cheating!
Then Rebecca texted, "Don't forget the clinic
Bro,
needs the
bro, you
15,000 by
stop.
Friday for the next next round. I felt tears in my eyes as I realized he'd paid a fertility clinic so Rebecca could have his baby, and he was going to do it again. Roger, 14 months ago, we sat in a fertility clinic and you told me $15,000 for treatments was too much. He started crying. It wasn't supposed to happen like this. Tears were running down my face at this point. His brother put his head in his hands. Roger, what did you do? Roger reached for my hand. Please, I can fix this. I moved my hand far from his. You're right, you are going to fix this, I said. I went to his transfer screen and Roger's eyes went wide. Babe, what are you doing? I sent $15,000 to my account before he could stop me. Then I called Rebecca on speaker. Roger, did you send the $15,000? She asked. Roger whispered, please don't, but I continued anyway. Rebecca, this is Roger's wife. Your $15,000 is paying for my fertility treatments now. You can have Roger, but just know he's too broke to pay for your next baby. Good luck. I hung up and dropped the phone in his lap. Roger reached for my hand, crying, please, we can figure this out. I pulled off my wedding ring and set it on the table. I already did, Roger. I'm having my baby without you. My brother-in-law asked my husband, is the baby feeling better, Roger? We don't have a baby. I want to have pet animals as friends, like Michael Jackson, my son said, pressing his face to the chimp enclosure glass. His teacher had just told me he gets bullied and has no friends, so I turned to buy him a snack to cheer him up, but when I looked back, he was gone. Then a woman screamed, oh my god, there's a kid in the chimp enclosure! My stomach dropped, and I looked over the railing to see my 6-year-old standing inside, walking straight toward the chimps. You're going to get hurt! Come back here! I screamed over the railing, but he kept walking toward a baby chimp sitting alone in the corner, and the big grown chimps crowded around him. You're all by yourself like me! We can be friends! He yelled, reaching out his hand towards the baby, but a huge adult chimp dropped down and bared its teeth at him. I went to jump in, but a keeper grabbed my arm. It's better if you don't go. These chimps can rip a person apart in seconds. So I screamed, then you go save my son. But he shook his head. We can't. None of us are trained to go in. The handler will be here in 6 minutes. So I watched, frozen, as my son knelt and the baby crept into his lap. But the moment they touched, the grown chimps exploded, screeching and pounding the ground. Then the biggest one charged across the enclosure and reared up over my tiny son as I cried, and the keeper whispered, he's not going to make it. But the baby chimp scrambled up my son's chest and wrapped its arms around his neck, and the biggest chimp stopped dead. It stared at them, then slowly lowered itself and backed away. Just then, the handler rushed in through the gate and carried my son out, safe, but the baby was clinging to his shirt. The head handler walked over to me, stunned. That baby was orphaned when his mom died, and the other chimps bullied him. He's been alone in that corner for months. She looked at my son holding him. He's never let a single person touch him, until now. And if you allow it, your son can take him home. Watching my lonely boy and that lonely chimp hold on to each other, I realized they'd both finally found a friend. My son yelled, I'm going to name him Bubbles. I want to have pet animals as friends, like Michael Jackson, my son said, pressing his face to the chimp enclosure glass. I was about to leave for the biggest interview of my life when my son flushed my car keys down the toilet. Noah grinned up at me with his hand still on the handle. I dropped to my knees and desperately shoved my sleeve into the bowl because we had an eviction notice on the door, and this job was the only thing keeping us off the street. I had 5 minutes to leave the house, or the traffic on the bridge would make me late and I'd lose everything. I plunged my whole arm in past the elbow, gagging until my fingers hit metal, and I came up with the keys dripping in my fist. I almost cried from relief, but Noah's hand shot out and grabbed them before I could stand, and he hurled them straight through the open window into the bushes below and laughed like this was a game.
Adoption center. Now. Adoption center.
I screamed, do you want us to live on the street? Is that what you want? His face crumpled and he started to cry, but I was already pounding down the stairs to the bush, raking through the branches with both hands. But by the time I found them, I was already 5 minutes late and the bridge hit rush hour, so the car wouldn't get me there on time. I grabbed the bike from the garage, strapped a still crying Noah into the seat on the back, and started pedaling as hard as my legs would go, because cutting through the bridge's stopped traffic was the only shot I had left. I pedaled past people standing outside their cars, all facing the same way. I went faster, but at the bridge, a line of caution tape stopped me cold. Half of it had collapsed into the river, cars nose down in the water. My hand went to my chest because we crossed that bridge every morning, and we almost went down with it. Then my phone buzzed. The interviewer pushed the interview to tomorrow. Noah looked at me, confused, the keys still in his fist. Mommy, are you still mad at me? I pulled him close. I'd screamed at him for flushing those keys, but they're the only reason he's still in my arms. I was about to leave for the biggest interview of my life when I sat down for breakfast with the daughter of a billionaire, and she instantly smiled at me. Want to see me make $2,000 by the time we leave? I put down my menu and replied, sure, expecting her to show me some billionaire nonsense. But she just called the waiter over and politely pointed at the menu. I'll take a 16-egg omelet, a side of baked beans, a glass of prune juice, and 2 black coffees. Our food came out, and I watched her eat without a word. How is this going to make you $2,000? I asked between bites of my pancakes, but she just smiled and kept eating. The bill came out to $243, and she swiped her black business card without looking. The transaction went through, and I leaned close to her. You said you'd make $2,000, but you're down $243.
Oh,
Guess
yeah,
the billionaire
true.
failed. But she laughed. Not yet. She went to the bathroom and came back 20 minutes later, clutching her stomach. All empty now, but that bathroom is cooked. I sat there confused until I saw an employee come out of the same bathroom. Someone just destroyed that bathroom. We need to call the plumbing company, he told his boss. Within 5 minutes, 2 plumbers came in, and I heard them say, whatever happened here is terrible. This will cost $2,500 to repair. They went into the bathroom, and that's when she smirked at me from across the table. You know my billionaire dad owned that plumbing company, but last year he transferred it to me. So that $2,500 this restaurant is paying to fix the bathroom is going straight into my pocket. She put a $100 tip on the table. Told you I'd make $2,000 by the time we leave. I sat down for breakfast with the daughter of a billionaire, and she instantly... I walked into my wedding venue and started crying sad tears because it was filled with lilies. But my mother angrily told me, I did this for you. The sunflowers you wanted were trashy. Just as I was about to respond, I specifically didn't want lilies. My husband walked in and called them beautiful. My mother snarled, see, again I'm right. You're wrong. This is why I ignore your decisions. Right before the wedding, I walked up to her and the florist to talk, but my mom pulled out a pre-made card from her pocket and gave it to me. Stop crying. You won't even remember the flowers at your wedding. No one will. But you see, my husband remembered. He genuinely believed lilies were my favorite and brought me fresh ones every day on our honeymoon. At first, I was annoyed, but my husband only wanted to make me happy. And in bringing me the lilies filled the hole my mother left in my heart with his love. The lilies went from a symbol of being ignored to a symbol of being loved and paid attention to. I walked into my wedding venue and started crying. Me and my husband came home from our honeymoon and saw our entire living room looked different. There was a new couch, new curtains, new table, and when I went upstairs, a man I'd never seen was installing a new shower. I ran down confused and saw my mother-in-law. She said, surprise, I redecorated everything. Your old stuff was just so dated. I looked around and everything was in bright floral designs she loved and knew I hated. She had actually redesigned my entire home. I awkwardly thanked her and asked how much this cost, but she replied, oh, I didn't pay for it. I instantly checked our joint account and saw $12,000 were missing. My mother-in-law said, you wouldn't have used that money for anything good anyway. I was furious and wanted to explode, but I just smiled and said thank you. When she left, I saw our old furniture in the garage, and me and my husband came up with an idea. We bought my mother-in-law tickets for a solo weekend getaway as a thank you. And when she left, we drove to a junkyard and loaded our car with the ugliest, most broken furniture we could find. We put all the broken chairs, destroyed tables, and cracked mirrors everywhere inside her home. Her entire house was cluttered top to bottom because we didn't move any of the original furniture. Then we waited for her to get back. When she walked in, she saw the mess and her jaw dropped. I came around the corner and said, surprise, I redecorated everything. She didn't have any words left and walked over to her old couch surrounded by old broken drawers. But when she sat on it, the couch fell from under her. You see, we'd also sabotaged her existing good furniture, unscrewing bolts so the couch collapsed, taking out springs from the bed, and more. She stood up red in the face and screamed, I'm taking back every piece of furniture I bought you. But I just shrugged. Yeah, about that. We sold it all. That money was ours anyway. Her jaw dropped, and I walked out of the house, leaving her in what looked like a garbage dump with no good furniture left. Me and my husband came home from our honeymoon and saw our entire living room look. My boyfriend's phone lit up on the nightstand with a Tinder notification, and when I opened the app, I saw his bio said he was single and looking for something real. Before I could keep snooping, I heard his footsteps outside our bedroom, so I put his phone down and acted normal when he walked in. He told me he was heading to work, so I kissed him goodbye and said I love you, but I was already planning how to get him back. When the front door closed, I downloaded Tinder and made a fake profile using my friend Carly's photos. I swiped until his face came up, and the second we matched, he texted me, do you believe in love at first swipe? I gagged, but typed back a winky face, and we texted for hours. And so he came home with a grin on his face, then sent Carly a message about how the two of them had this incredible connection he hadn't felt in years, all while I was sitting next to him on the couch. I kept my cool and didn't say anything, but after 4 days, I texted him as Carly, asking when we were going to meet. How about coffee this afternoon? He asked, and so I suggested a place across town, and drove there when it was time for our date. I parked across the street, and he showed up 10 minutes early, but I let him sit there for 20 before texting him, I just saw you through the window, and you're way uglier than I expected. I have standards, so I'm leaving. His phone lit up, and I watched his face collapse as he read the message, and then he went to his car and cried for 15 minutes before driving home. I beat him home, and he walked in with red eyes and dragged himself to the bedroom. I smiled, then followed him in and sat on the bed. We need to break up. I'm not attracted to you anymore. Tears formed in his eyes. You can't just say that out of nowhere, he cried. I'm sorry, but I'm not attracted to you, and that's not going to change. He sobbed harder, and I said, you should probably start looking for a new place. My boyfriend's phone lit up on the nightstand with a Tinder notification, and when me and my son were in the airplane bathroom when I tried to open the door, but my hand wouldn't move. Liam was kicking his heel against the wall the way he did on every flight when we were in the bathroom together. I tried again, but my entire body was paralyzed. Something was wrong with me, and I couldn't tell him. I tried again, and my hand still wouldn't move. Someone started knocking on the door, soft at first, then harder, then a fist that didn't stop. I tried my best to at least move my mouth to scream for help, but my body refused to move. Mommy, Liam said, but my head wouldn't turn to look at him. I tried to say his name, and my mouth wouldn't work. My body started shaking, and I couldn't make it stop. The edges of my vision went black, and the little mirror above the sink started to disappear. Mommy, 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 what's wrong? Liam's voice climbed each time. A woman started shouting through the door. What is wrong with you in there? Some of us need to use the bathroom. The lock turned from outside, and the door slid open. Her eyes hit my face, and the shouting stopped. Oh my god, can you hear me? She told the flight attendant without taking her eyes off me. Active stroke, female, 40s, get this plane on the ground so we can save her life. She got me out of the stall and laid me on my side on the galley floor. She kept her hand on my shoulder until we landed. I'd had a stroke at 35,000 feet, and she was a doctor flying home from a conference. She rode in the ambulance holding Liam's hand the whole way. I survived with some weakness on my left side. The doctors said another 20 minutes in the air, and I wouldn't have survived. Every time we take a flight, Liam asks, is the angry lady who saved you flying with us today? Me and my son were in the airplane bathroom when I tried to open the door. I caught my husband sneaking out of bed in the middle of the night and coming home at 5 a.m. with woman's jewelry in his pocket. I pointed at it. Whose jewelry is this? This isn't mine. He looked nervous, like I caught him doing something bad. None of your business. Go back to bed. He dismissed me entirely and walked away, smiling ear to ear. I knew he was hiding something, and I was sure the jewelry was from another woman, and he was cheating on me. So I went back to bed and came up with the perfect plan to find out the truth. The next day, I bought him a fancy new smartwatch and surprised him with it. I told him it's because I love him. He was thrilled and put it on, but what he didn't know was that while setting it up, I secretly turned on location tracking, synced his health data to my phone, and made myself his emergency contact, so I'd be able to see where exactly he went. And that same night, he tiptoed out of bed again, thinking I was asleep. An hour later, my phone buzzed. A notification from the watch. His heart rate was climbing, and the watch pinned his location at a house in a fancy neighborhood. My stomach turned because he was at another woman's house. I grabbed my keys to drive over there and catch him in the act. But on the way there, an emergency alert flashed on my screen. His heart rate had spiked to dangerous levels, and the watch had auto-dialed 911. My eyes widened. What was he doing? I slammed on the gas and sped to that house. I pulled up and jumped out, ready to kick him in his balls. But as I stormed to the house, the front door burst open, and men in black ski masks came pouring out, carrying bags. I gasped. They spotted me and aimed their guns right at me. I threw my hands up, screaming. Sure, I was about to die, wondering if they already had killed my husband. But then I noticed it. On one of their wrists was the exact smartwatch I'd given my husband. I stuttered, wait, is that you? The robber froze, then slowly pulled off his mask. My jaw dropped. It was my husband. He wasn't cheating, he was robbing houses. And the watch had called 911 the second his heart spiked mid-robbery. Sirens screamed down the street, and the cops swarmed in. As they threw their hands up, the duffel bags hit the ground, and women's jewelry spilled out across the grass. I caught my husband sneaking out of bed in the middle.
Oh my god. I don't know what's worse, cheating on somebody or robbing houses. Okay, one's kind of obvious, one's more of a crime, but, you know, both are still bad. I'm gonna say the crime probably way worse. Your dad is cheating, wait, what? If he's doing that, then he sucks. Bro.
My dad put $20 on my table every time I studied for an exam and told me to use it for a Snickers and a Red Bull. He swore that back in college, he only passed exams if he had Snickers and a Red Bull beforehand and failed if he didn't. I laughed and just pocketed the money. But when I got into medical school and failed my first 3 exams, he put $20 on my table, and I thought, screw it. 30 minutes before my next exam, I FaceTimed him with a Red Bull and Snickers. He genuinely pumped his fists. And 4 days later, when my professor handed my paper back and my jaw dropped, 93, I immediately called him and shouted, it worked. But when he picked me up that afternoon.
Wait. So you're telling me if I get a Red Bull and a Snickers bar, I'll pass all of my exams? I can't remember 1v1 right now, bro. I can't 1v1 right now.
Afternoon to go celebrate, I suddenly got extremely dizzy. Dad, I don't feel so good. But when I looked over, he was also swaying behind the wheel. My vision blurred and I blacked out. I woke up in a hospital bed with my dad also in a bed next to me. I was about to ask why we were here when a doctor wrapped a sleeve around both our arms. You two have genetically low blood pressure. I recommend constantly having sugar or else your brain won't be able to stay alert. I looked at her and suddenly it clicked. Dad, I know why we passed the exams. All the caffeine and sugar from the Snickers and Red Bull raised our blood pressure to normal levels so we could concentrate better. It was never the Snickers and Red Bull. Dad looked at me for a long time. Nah, it's still the Snickers and Red Bull. My dad put $20 on my table every time I studied for an exam and told me to use every night at 8:30. My 6-year-old marched into my bathroom, handed me my
Be nice. Please.
brush and said, 2 minutes. Maisie brushed beside me at the sink with the focus of a tiny, deadly serious dentist, never taking her eyes off the clock. She'd started the week after we buried her dad, 4 months back. Bedtime had always been his job because I worked late, so when she suddenly needed me at the sink, I figured it was grief. I just needed to—
Guys, listen right now. We're not arguing today. Please don't. you guys, are we really doing this there right now? Guys? Why do we always do this, bro? Why do we always arguing with each other in my streams? What is this? Ready to get back with the video, or what are we doing? Give us blocks if you want them on if you want. We need to stop arguing with people in the chat, okay? It goes for everybody, not just Bloxy, just everybody across the board. Okay? I don't care who started what. We need to not argue. Just solve it out, please. I don't care who did it first. We're not going to be arguing today, please. Can we just keep things nice, please? Bro, just stop fighting with each other and let's just move on, okay? Like, if we want to do one for one, we can't be arguing with each other, okay? Alright. Alright, let's move on. Here we go.
To know why, so I could help her. So while we brushed, I started asking gently, "Are you sad about Daddy? Is something scaring you?" She frowned at me like I'd said something bizarre. "I just don't want you to get cavities," she said through a mouthful of toothpaste. Her teacher called me that week, half laughing. Maisie gave an 11-minute presentation on flossing today. Nobody asked her to. I took her to the doctor, sure something was wrong, but he just checked her over and shook his head. She's perfectly healthy. Whatever started this, it isn't her teeth. She started checking that my toothbrush was wet every night, so she'd know I hadn't faked it. One night, I was too tired and tried to skip it, and Maisie broke down sobbing and grabbed my hand. "Mom, please, we have to brush together." A few nights later, we were on the couch when a toothpaste commercial came on. Brushing alone is not enough to prevent cavities. Maisie sat straight up and pointed at the TV. "That's what Daddy always said when we brushed together. Brushing alone is not enough." I dug my nails into my palm to keep from crying. I never knew her dad had brushed his teeth with her every single night while I was at work. She wasn't doing any of this for cavities. With him gone, she was making sure that neither of us ever brushed alone. I decided not to tell her the commercial only meant she needed to floss. Now I'm the one who hands her the toothbrush at 8:30 and says 2 minutes. Every night at 8:30, my 6-year-old marched into my bathroom, handed me my toothbrush, and said, 2 minutes. Maisie brushed beside me at the sink with the focus of a tiny, deadly serious dentist, never taking her eyes off the clock. She'd started the week after we buried her dad, 4 months back. Bedtime had always been his job because I worked late. My 7-year-old son was playing with his Bob It toy from the yard sale. He twisted it, and I laughed, until it said, "Take a $100 bill out of your mom's purse. Steal it." I rubbed my eyes in shock. Why was a toy telling my son to steal? My son came running into the kitchen and reached his hand into my purse. "Dean, what the hell was that?" Dean took out the $100 bill and shrugged. "It's just a game, Mommy." I grabbed the toy out of his hand and bopped it in the middle. It spoke again. "Now bring the money to 45th Street. Come alone. Do not tell your mom. Bring it." Dean tugged my sleeve. "Mom, pretend you didn't hear that. I don't want to lose the game." I grabbed my keys because we were going to find out exactly who was behind this. "Then let's go win, baby. I'll drive you." We got in the car, and when I pulled onto 45th Street, there was a line of kids clutching Bop It.
Okay, can we just stop fighting, please? I'm sick and tired of seeing this fighting in the chat. Please stop. I'm sick and tired of having to deal with this. Everyone, just stop fighting. No matter who started what. Nobody, no one cares who started what. We just need to stop fighting, okay? Just stop fighting. Both of you. I don't care who started it. We need to stop. Oh my God. Why do we always have to fight like this, please? Like, why can't we just, like, guys, let's just stop fighting. Let's move on, okay? Just pretend you like each other, okay? Yeah, stop fighting. Just move on, okay?
And fistfuls of bills. My eyes widened because I realized they'd all been scammed just like my son. We got out to follow the line, and my grip tightened on Dean's shoulder because it led straight to the same yard sale we'd bought the Bop It from. I pulled my son behind a truck and dialed 911 while the man patted a kid on the head as he took his money. "Good job, buddy. You won the game. Come back at the same time next week." When 2 squad cars rolled up, the man raised both hands with a big, friendly smile. "Officers, it's a yard sale. Kids love toys." Then a cop lifted the garage door behind him, and there it was, a whole wall of Bop Its that had had been taken apart, sitting beside stacks of cash. He'd been rigging the toys with
Okay, yeah,
speakers
this
before
guy
he
can go
sold
to jail.
them, so every kid who bought one got tricked into giving him money. They cuffed him against his own folding table. Dean tugged my sleeve, and the 100 bill was still crumpled in his fist. Mom, did I lose the game? I kissed his head. No, baby, you ended it. My 7-year-old son was playing with his
Alright,
Bop
well,
It toy from the yard sale.
okay?
Twisted. A fat kid fell through the sky and landed on my spine. I was crossing the road when a woman driving 80 miles over the speed limit came to a sudden stop, just inches away from my body. Her son instantly ejected from the seat. When he landed on me, I heard my spine crack and I couldn't feel the lower half of my body. His mom ran out of the car and scooped him up. He cried, "My leg hurt when I fell on her, mommy. Tell her not to do it again." I was in so much pain that tears started streaming down my face. "Please, can someone call an ambulance?" His mom crossed her arms. "You hurt his leg, he hurt your back. We're even, and we're not paying for any medical bills. We're driving to the ER." They started walking to their car, and I knew they were going to leave me. I tried to force my feet to move so I could stand, but more pain shot up my body. I screamed, "Siri, call 911," and my Siri responded, "The ambulance is on their way. Please stay put." The woman had just turned her engine back on when we heard sirens in the distance. She pressed down on her accelerator, but she'd driven in the wrong direction and braked to a stop in front of the ambulance. Her son shot over the front seat and starfished into the windshield, making the same cracking sound that my spine made. He slid down the glass, pointing at her. "You did it again! Tell yourself not to do it again, mommy." She'd launched her own kid twice in 10 minutes, and this time an ambulance crew watched her do it. A paramedic was strapping a brace on my neck when she spun on me. "This is your fault." I gave her a thumbs up from under the neck brace. "Don't worry, we're even now." A fat kid fell through the sky and landed on my spine. I walked into my house and instantly rolled my eyes because there was a hole in my roof I'd never seen, and I had no idea how it got there. It was so small, I wasn't even going to fix it. But that night, while I was sleeping, I woke up to water pouring on my face because it was raining. I called a contractor in the morning and stood outside tapping my foot, but when he stepped out of his truck, my jaw dropped because he was at least 400 pounds. He barely glanced up at the hole in my roof before waving his hand. "That little thing? I'll have it patched in 10 minutes. This is easy." He leaned his ladder against the house and started climbing like he'd done it 1,000 times. But something about the way the ladder creaked under his weight made my stomach turn, so I climbed up behind him to keep an eye on things. He walked right up to the hole and took out his tools, but the roof was already bending. "Are you sure this roof can hold you? You know, because of how heavy your tools are and everything?" I tried finding a way to phrase it nicely, but he put his bucket of cement down and got in my face. "What are you trying to say? I've been doing this for 20 years. This roof is solid." He stomped his foot down to prove it, and that's when it happened. My roof cracked open right under him. I watched in horror as this 400-pound man crashed on my living room floor stomach first. He laid there flat and not moving, while I stood on the edge of the brand new crater in my roof. I wasn't even going to fix it. Now the hole was 10 times as big. I walked into my house and instantly rolled my eyes. I was walking out of the store when an old man on a red mobility scooter rolled up next to me and asked if he could carry my groceries. I told him no thanks and started walking home. I shifted my grocery bag to my other hand, slipped my wallet into my back pocket, and clenched my keys between my fingers like my mom taught me. When I glanced back half a block later, he was still rolling behind me with that little basket up front. I walked faster. The scooter matched my pace. I had no idea what this old man wanted from me, but it couldn't be good. I kept glancing back the whole walk home, and every time he was still there with the scooter humming behind me. I took my usual left turn, and he took the same left. A block later, I turned onto Walnut, and so did he, and my chest tightened. Who was this guy? Michael Myers? I was full-on speed walking now, looking back every few seconds, but I couldn't lose the hum of the scooter. Every true crime podcast I'd ever listened to started playing in my head. I dropped the grocery bag and sprinted. I cut through somebody's yard and looped around the block with my heart pounding. When I finally turned onto my street, he was already there at the far end with my front door halfway between us. I ran. I burst inside, slammed the door, locked it, and pressed my back against it. My hands were shaking so hard I couldn't steady them. Outside, the hum got louder until it stopped right in front of my apartment. 3 slow knocks. I crawled to the peephole and looked through it. The old man was holding something up in one hand. It took me a full 5 seconds to realize it was my wallet. I checked my back pocket. Empty. I slowly opened the door. "You dropped this in the parking lot," he said. I tried to catch up, but these scooters don't go very fast. I took the wallet with both hands, too stunned to say anything except thank you. He nodded and started turning the scooter around, then paused. "You should be careful walking alone at night," he said. "Lots of weirdos out here." I was walking out of the store when an old man on a red...
Alright, everybody listen. Listen up right now. Alright, Bloxy, if you want that 1v1, we need to stop fighting with people in chat. No matter who started it, let's just stop fighting in the chat, all of you. Okay? Do we understand? Because, like, I'm sick and tired of people just fighting in my chat. Just stop. It's been happening for weeks now. Or at least a few days at this point. I'm not sure what is going on, but we need to stop this, okay? We need to stop fighting in the chat. Like, guys, let's just stop fighting. Alright. Alright, if you promise to be nice, Bloxy, I'll give you your 1v1. Alright? Just listen to me. I don't care who's fighting first. We just need to be nice, or else we will not get that 1v1. Do you understand? Because I'm sick and tired of dealing with people like fighting in my chat. It's hard to ignore when I keep seeing them on chat overlay. Oh my god, guys. Stop fighting. I mean, no one cares who started. How's that even relevant? How's that gonna do anything to help you? Alright, guys, stop fighting, or else we're not gonna do that 1v1. Alright? Do you understand? Alright. Let's go on into rivals, and we're gonna just do some things, alright? Alright.
My dad put $20.
I was talking about everybody. I'm not talking about just you. Alright, I was talking about everybody. Just stop fighting. Let's stop picking fights with each other, okay? I'm sick and tired of dealing with this. Just stop. This is a public stream. Everybody can see your chats. Okay? Stuff like this should be dealt privately. Like, we should not be doing this every time I stream, alright? Oh my god, guys. If you guys really hate each other that bad, just block each other. Just stop arguing. Okay? Just, my god, bro. Oh my god. Why does oh my god, alright. Let's do this 1v1 now to head out for tonight. I'm sick and tired of this, bro. I don't even know, man. Like we need to start getting some consequences for fighting in the chat. Like, this is getting out of hand. I want to start adding some consequences. It applies to everybody, including moderators. Okay? I'm sick and tired of everybody like arguing in the chat like little kids. Okay? I'm sick and tired of it. Like, just argue somewhere else if we're gonna be doing this. Or just, if you guys hate each other so bad, just block each other. I'm sick and tired of this. Oh my god. Alright. Let's just move on. Like, you want to 1v1. Let's do this then, bro. You want to do the 1v1. Alright, just stop fighting, but all of you. Just both of you. Just stop fighting. Nobody cares who started it. Just stop. Okay? I don't care who started what. If you're both like part of it, then that's that. No one, like, whoever started it is not gonna help anything. Okay? Let's get on into this and let's just start this 1v1. Okay? Alright, Bloxy, just get on in here and let's do this 1v1, alright? Alright, let's just get on into this. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I mean, guys, is that the strongest battlegrounds? Like, literally all he did is like beat me up the entire time. Like, all that. Like, if we're gonna do a 1v1, let's do it with default powers and the strongest battlegrounds, so at least it could be like a fair 1v1, alright? Alright, just make things fair for both of us. Both of us have the default powers on it. Alright? Because I feel like that made the 1v1 even more, like more fair, alright? That's what we're supposed to do with this. Like, having like the most advanced powers over like a default power is not gonna do is like not even a good 1v1. It's not even 1v1 at that point, alright? Let's make things fair for both of us. Alright? And we just do this with the default powers. Alright? Alright. Also, Bloxy, if you do this 1v1, you need to promise. We need to promise to not argue with people in chat. Do we understand? Do you understand here? We're not going to argue with people in chat anymore. Regardless if we started it, we're not going to argue with people in chat anymore. Alright? So, after this, no more arguing with people in chat. Even if it wasn't you that started. Just don't argue with people in chat. You got a deal here? Okay? Because I'm not going to just let it slide anymore. If if I do this 1v1, you need to not argue people in chat. Alright? That applies to everybody. No more arguing for everybody. Okay? Not just Bloxy. Everybody. Okay? I'm sick and tired of you guys arguing. So we got a deal here? Alright. Alright, let's do this. Alright, we're in the restaurant battlegrounds on here. Alright, I need to find it on this list. You know what, let me just go. I'm just search it out. Like, Roblox keeps screwing out the games list. Alright. Alright, what's going on? What's going on, Kiros? How you doing, bro? How are you doing? Alright. Going in my private server. Alright, let's go on in. Alright, fine. I guess this works too. Let's use default powers in here, so at least you know it'll be like a reasonable 1v1 instead of just like doing like, you know, like the max powers versus like a default power. Alright? Alright. Let's do default powers on this. Alright. Alright, where are you even at, bro? Alright, okay. Alright, just get on into my server, alright? Or just come on in here. Alright, here we go. Alright, where'd you even go, bro? Did I just join and you just left, or what happened here? Alright, let me go over here. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's do this thing. Why are we in a public server? And you know public server not gonna work for this, bro. Alright. Why are we in a public server? Alright, okay. Alright. Alright, let me go to my private server. Alright, here we go. Let me go to my private server. Alright, Leo, I guess we might as well try and do it after this, I guess. We'll try and see what we can do on that. Alright, bro. When I press the join button for your invite, just tell me to a different server, so you have to join me, alright? And then put me into your server. You're gonna have to join me. Alright. Does it even let you enter a private server, or what's going on here? Alright. We're using the default powers in this, because, you know, like, your own account needs permission. Alright, okay, well. Alright, here we go, okay. I want you to use your main account, though. Alright. Alright, anyway. Let me go find the account that you use here, and let me go find it here. And I'll go here. Alright, Roblox, man. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Let me go get the screenshot name. Alright. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. I would just do it in here. I guess this will work. Alright, this will work here. This will work. Alright, this will work. Alright, let's just do it over here. Alright, let's go on over here and let's do it over here. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright. Where you at, bro? Where you at? Alright. Alright, let me just copy the username down. 1917706. Alright. Alright, let me go private server. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's use the default powers on this. What? It didn't say one. What? Alright, I think you should have to come in on your main account, bro, because now let me add your old account to this. You can't do it in a public server. You're going to use your main account, alright? Or the other account I have you added in here. Alright? You need to use your main account. That's what we're going to have to do with this, okay? Because it won't let me put you in there, alright? You're going to have to come in on the other account. Alright, what's your username so I can add you to the server after I'm done with this one, alright? Just make sure you put your username in the chat so I can add you to the server. Alright. You're just going to come on your main account, Bloxy, or whatever account you have on there. Alright, because it won't let me put your other account in. Alright, I'm going to give him a couple minutes to respond, and if it doesn't respond, then we're going to add Leo in. And give a couple minutes to respond. If it doesn't respond like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so, then we're going to move on to Leo, alright? That's what we're going to have to do here. Alright, here we go, okay. Okay. Let's go to Super Hack. Roblox, how you doing, bro? Let me just get this dummy out of here while we're doing this. Okay. Get this dummy out of here. Get him out of here. All right. I mean, I'm gonna give a Bloxy like alright, let's go in 1738. How you doing, bro? All right, I'm gonna give Bloxy like like until 4:30 p.m. my time to respond about like coming into the game and stuff. Like with the account that is already in the server, and if not, then we're just gonna move on with Leo. Then we'll do you next. All right. All right, I'm gonna until 4:30. So that's what we're gonna do. We make it proud to public to friends. Well, I mean, everybody's gonna come and beat us up while we're trying to do our 1v1. That's why I needed to add specific people in. Like, everybody's gonna start beating me up in there, and we're trying to do like a 1v1. It's kind of hard to do that unless you're just doing like a PvP game like Rivals or something, you know? That's why we have to make it only specific people allowed. So you're just gonna use the account I have you that I already have in here already, because it won't let me add the other account in. And I searched it up, it just won't let me do it. Alright, fine. Okay, fine. I'll make it up in the friends, but like, I'm trying to beat. When I'm trying to do 1v1, try not to beat me up unless it's your turn. All right. All right. Friends should be allowed in now. All right. Cause like it's easier to do this having the server open everybody in Rivals, cause like not everybody can interfere in the round while we're doing this. All right. Let's use default powers in here, and I'm also gonna mute voice chat. I don't think I need voice chat in here. All right. All right. Let's move on over here. All right. All right. Where'd you go? Alright, where'd you go, bro? Did you just teleport, or what did you just do? Or did you just respawn? Alright. Where did he go? Alright. Where did he go, bro? Alright, what's he saying in the chat right now? Alright. Alright, ban everybody? Well, if they have access to the server, okay, fine. Alright. Alright. I'm just trying to kick. Okay. You know, we could just do this in Rivals, or we could, you know, make it easier to do a 1v1. Alright, let's just do this. Let's do it the best we got. Alright, let's do this then, bro. Let's do this thing. And yeah, but then, okay. Is there a way to unban people in here, though? Is there a way to unban people afterwards? You're what? Oh, I think that's supposed to say cooking. Alright, okay. I think that says something else. Alright, let's do this then, bro. Okay. Okay, get over here. Alright. Alright. Let's beat everybody else up over here, too. Alright, guys, get out of the way. If you guys are not part of the 1v1, get out of the way. Guys, if you're not part of the 1v1, get out of the way. I mean, if I press ban everybody, then you're gonna be banned too. If you should know that. Like, if you get, like, you're part of everyone, so you're not like the owner of the server. Alright. Alright, fine. You want me to ban everybody? Then I'll ban everybody. Alright. Yeah, that don't work, buddy. Unless it's taking a little bit to get everybody in. Alright, okay, yeah, that don't work. Unless I just put the wrong command in. Alright, you're one with the cape on, I'll get right to this. Alright. Best of 3 here. Okay, a lot of my stuff work. Alright, here we go, okay. Alright, come on, let me move faster. Let me make me move. Bro! Okay, bro, at least let me move first. Oh my god. Alright, this kind of my. Alright, get on over here, dude. Alright, get on over here, dude. Alright. Alright, come on, bro, come on. Alright. Why is it taking damage? Why is it. Okay. Is this why you like the game? Is what. I thought we said we're doing default powers. I thought we said we're doing default. Okay, whatever. I thought we said we're doing default stuff, bro. Like, you know, like it's basically, I'm basically going against like a rival sniper versus like having the assault rifle. That's basically what's going on here, dude. Alright. Bro, no, bro, it's not, you're not up yet, bro. Oh my god, okay, yeah, you know what, let's do a different game. Let's do 1v1 in a different game. This is not, it's not working. This ain't working, bro, this ain't working. This ain't working, bro. This ain't working. Alright, let's go on to Rivals. Rivals is a bit easier to do a 1v1 in. Alright, like, it's easier to do 1v1 in Rivals. Like, you put a person into a queue, and that's all you gotta do. Like, you got, like, the ban everyone command does not work. Like, it's so freaking difficult to do. Like, everybody keep coming in, and you, like... We're doing it in here, guys. We're still doing 1v1s. We're doing them in here. Okay? We're doing them in here. Alright, it's still freaking difficult to do an actual 1v1 in there without only inviting certain people in. I mean, I mean, I'll see if Bloxy can join in this one. We'll finish our 1v1, then I'll do you next, okay? Let's see if we can finish our 1v1s in here. Okay? You're banned from Rivals? I can't imagine why. But anyways, okay. Are any of your accounts able to get in, or... Because, like... I know I said you're going 1v1 you. It's just like, I told you were technically after Bloxy. That's what I just said. Alright, well, bro. Like, you could have, like, told me what you're using. I mean, let me, if you're using it, just let me add you to the server, then it would be easier to do. Or just use the account I already had in there for you. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead. Alright. Alright, I'll circle around to the strongest battlegrounds after this, alright? Alright, Leo, where are you at? I think you're, there you go, right here. Okay, I think this is you, right? Wrong side. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and just do this. Okay. Alright, alright. Alright, Bloxy, I'll try to add you back into the server. Just put your username in the chat, then I'll be able to try to copy and paste it in there. Alright. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and I'll do sniper, get that out of here. We can't have hacking allowed. Alright, anyways, let's do I'll just do Yasuo gun. Alright, just put a wild card in here. Alright. Alright. Jesse, I'll get you right. Like, there's another person in line, so I get you if that guy with numbers in his name, I think it's where is he at in the chat? And I think this technically supposed to be another person in line. I'll see what we can do on that, okay? Paintball gun. And then we'll do energy pistols, knife, and then freeze right. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's do this thing, bro. Let's do this thing. Alright, how is he getting hit me from that far away? Alright, bro. Come on. Bro, how? Why doesn't his health go down whenever I hit him? Or at least, like, going to the point where mine does. Like, what's going on here? Okay, anyways, let's move on. Alright. Alright. Okay, let me get my energy pistols out. Alright, get on over here, dude. I need to turn the sound back on, too. I need to turn the sound back on. Why is this health not going down? How? You, like, got me with those! Alright, well, you need to give me your alt account's username so I can put it into the server, okay? That's what we gotta do. Bro, just hang on a minute. I'm dealing with someone right now. Okay? Just gotta hang on a minute. Alright, for the love of God, just hit him. Just hit him! Alright, why does his house go all the way down? Oh my god, what is in my... What? Bro. For the love of God, just hit him! Oh my god, okay. Let me get another knife. Okay, there we go, finally. Bro, I'm gonna get you right after this, okay? I'm throwing in somebody else, I'm gonna get you after this, okay? Just chill. Alright, here we go. Here we go, learn to be patient. Okay? Alright, get on over here. And just put your ROBLOX account username in the chat so I can put it into the server after this, okay? This is what you gotta do. It's the easiest way to do it. Okay? I'm just telling you, like, just put your username in the chat, and then I'll put it into the battleground server. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Alright? That's what you gotta do. Alright. Alright, Jesse, I'll get you out to the strong battlegrounds 1v1. Alright, Jesse? Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Okay. Unless the other guy's still in the chat, then I'll try and get him beforehand, because I know he's technically not before Jesse, but we'll see. Alright, come on. Okay, let me get my knife out. Okay, get over here, bro. Get over here. Alright, bro, get over here, dude. Alright. Alright, get over here, dude. Get over here. Are you mad at Lego? Okay, bro, be quiet, bro. Don't do that. Not much of a Lego game anymore, if I had to be honest with you. Roblox is not trying to make it be a Lego game anymore. Like, I'm gonna be straight honest with you. Like, nobody thinks Roblox... Oh yeah, you're next. You're next. Okay, no. Okay. Alright, just put your username in the chat, then I'm trying to add you to the server after I'm done with Bloxy, alright? Just put your username in. so I can add you to the server. Alright, get on over here, dude. Get over here. There, we got you, buddy. Alright. Alright, Bloxy and the 1738 guy. Make sure you guys put your usernames in the chat so I can put them into the private server, okay? Okay. Just make sure you guys do that, because I can't do it with everybody else already in the server unless there's a way to do it a 1v1 without having everybody interfere. Okay? Alright. Oh my god. Ugh. Alright, here we go. Okay. You don't want 1v1? I mean, if you don't want to, then that's your thing, okay? That's your thing. You don't want 1v1, that's your thing. You don't have to get 1v1 if you don't want to. No one's forcing you to get 1v1. Alright, come on, bro, come on. Gotcha, buddy! Alright, you're Wendy Solids 1? Alright, I was trying to add you to the server, alright? I'll add you to the server after I'm done with Bloxy's 1v1, okay? Alright. Okay. Let's make sure it's not a display name. Make sure it's your actual username too, because like display names don't work the same way as usernames, by the way. Make sure you gotta clarify that. Because some people try to send me their display names instead of their usernames. Alright, okay. You know what? I use the same weapons, I still lose for some reason. Alright. Alright, Jesse, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and get Bloxy stuff sorted out. Alright, let me go over to I'm going over to the server over here. Alright, Bloxy, make sure you put your username in the chat, okay? Cause I need to make sure I can put your username in here. Like last time I tried to type it in, it didn't show anything. Okay, just make sure you put your username in here. Alright, that's what you gotta do. It's not that hard of a thing to do. Alright. Well, unless I just find it in here somehow. Let me just see if I can find it in here. Alright, let me try and copy this username. Let me go put it in here. Alright, here we go. Okay, let me go add you to the server. Let me make sure No, shut up. Alright. Alright, let me go do this. Let me go clear everybody out. Alright. There we go. These users are not eligible to be added to this private server. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work here, bro. Yeah, it's not gonna work. You have to make sure your private server settings are on to the right settings. Alright, fine, I'll go into your server. Let's see if we can go into there. Alright. Let me go back on into the server. We're gonna do alright, we'll do best of 3 here. Alright, let's do this then, bro. Let's do this thing. Alright. Alright, we're even in here. Okay, why does it keep okay, but why did you invite me to the server and then leave? Like, why is it like doing that? Like, when you invite me to your server, it just shows you're not even in the game. Like, what are we doing here? You invite me to the server, then you left. Allegedly. Yeah, I'm invited to the same server. Unless I don't see him in here. Alright. Yeah, I'm aware, but it doesn't want to use the other account for some reason. And I mean, if he hacks during the 1v1, then then he's disqualified. Then we're not counting. Then I'm just gonna do another person. I don't like the 1v1 people that try to hack things. Okay. And we're doing rivals after this. Okay. All right. As long as we're trying not to hack people. Okay. All right. I'm still doing your rivals after this. I just had to do this strong battlegrounds thing. We had a bit of a situation with that earlier, so I was technically supposed to do that first. So I'll do you after this, Jesse. All right. After I do the Wendy Solids guy. Okay. There's a couple people online right now. Just want you to know. Alright. 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 Alright, here we go. Alright, add you on here. Let's do this thing. Alright. I don't technically add alt accounts, but it's only for this one time. That's normally what I do. I don't know if I keep it added afterwards anyway. So let me go ahead and go on in here. I'm trying to add the account in here. Alright, let me go find the account. Let me try and add it to the private server. Alright, let me go add to the private server. Alright, here we go. Let me see if I can search it up. Oh, there's no space in it, obviously. Alright, let me try and do that. I'm trying to add this account to the server. If it doesn't work, then I'm going to have to move on to something else. Okay? If this one doesn't work, then I'm just going to have to move on to someone else. Because we can't keep the line waiting. Alright. Alright, that people. Alright, there we go. I'll remove you after this 1v1, alright? I'll remove you after this. Alright, here we go. Let's get on into this. Okay, here we go. Let's get on into this. Best of 3. Let's use the default powers on this so it's, you know, like a fair 1v1. Okay? Rivals is a bit different than that, but still. Alright, anyway. Alright. Alright. You should be able to get on into this. Here we go. Alright, I just the server. You should be able to get on in here now. I'll react to it right before I end stream, alright? Okay. I'll get you after Jesse, alright? I'll get you after Jesse, Super Hack Roblox. Alright. I'll be getting you after Jesse. Alright, because there's a lot of people in line right now. You're next in line. After Jesse. Alright. Wait, when is he getting in? Alright. Then why did you add me on the account then? Oh my god, bro. Alright. Alright, which one is it for real though? Like, I can't keep people waiting, bro. We gotta get this straight, bro. Like, we can't keep people waiting. Okay? We have a lot of things, we got a lot of people ahead of you, so we gotta make this quick. Okay, we can't have time for this. Alright, anyways, let's just wait here. Alright, here we go. Let's do this. Let's calm ourselves down here. Alright. Because there's a lot of people in line, we just gotta get through everybody. That's all I'm trying to say right now. We got a lot of people in line. Alright. Alright. Alright, this is the one that you're gonna use. I can't keep adding all your old accounts, okay? This is not what this is gonna turn into. Alright. Alright. Let me go ahead and go to this one here. Alright. There we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is the last old account I'm adding, okay? Alright. Let's try not to hack in here either, okay? Just saying. Alright, let me go to the server. This is the last account I'm adding to the server. Okay? Let's put of your accounts. Ooh, underrated games. I didn't realize Roblox had that. Alright, anyways, let's do this. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay, why is Roblox not... Okay, what is going on? Is Roblox down? What's going on? Why is it not showing the TSB game right now? It's not even showing it continue. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't want to go to... Screw this. Let's search out the game. So it's clearly not letting me get to it. Alright, TSB. So it's clearly not letting me go to the continue page. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and just, alright. Alright, this is the last account I'm at. Alright, here we go. Now remove the other account from the server. I remove both of these. Let's remove both of these. Alright. Alright, this is the last account I'm trying to add. Alright, there we go. Alright, okay. Alright, now get on in here, bro. Let's get on into this. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's best of 3 here, bro. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead. Alright. Alright, let's put your username in the chat. Alright, I'll try to add you after this, alright? I'll add you after this thing. Alright, I'll add you after this. Alright. After this, we're gonna add you. I got you, bro. Yeah. Why didn't they add it? Alright. Alright, get on me, bro. Gotcha. Alright, come on, bro. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, come on. Okay, why doesn't it damage him? Oh my god. Bro, let me move! Why doesn't it let me move? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, this made me move so slow. Dude! Oh my god. Alright. Alright, get on over here, dude. Why didn't I uppercut do anything? Oh my god, bro. Oh yeah, alright. I'm gonna add you right after this, okay? I know what you meant. Alright. Oh my, okay. Why are we doing these stupid cutscenes? Alright. Alright. Second round here. Can we use if we're gonna be doing this, why don't we just use default powers? You know, make a fair 1v1 instead of doing like basically a sniper versus assault rifle. You know what I mean? Alright, here we go. Okay. Get over here, bro. Get over here. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. How are you supposed to equip them that fast? How do you get your cooldown to stop? How do you get your cooldown to stop so fast? Okay. Can this thing let me move? Jesus Christ, this game sucks. This game, I don't want to play this game very much. They're close to these little freaking. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, bro. Why don't these keys work? Bro, stop. Okay. Where's my total kill does not say 0? Alright, here we go, dude. Alright. Alright, come on, dude. Okay, this game sucks, dude. Doesn't let me do my powers right. Oh my god, just press stop! Oh my god! My keys do not work very well, dude. Oh my god. When I press one key, it does not do anything. Stop! Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, okay. What are the best? Okay. Alright. Alright, well, GG's, I guess, bro. Alright. Alright. This is why I hate this game, bro. Like, when I press the keys to equip my powers, it does literally nothing until, like, after I needed it. Like, I really hate when it does that. Alright, there we go. Alright. Alright, let me go on to this next guy to the server. Alright, I need to probably invest some money into some of these other powers because, like, this can't work like this. Alright, okay. Alright, let me go to the server. Dude, I can't do you again, bro. I have to get everybody else in line, okay? I have to get everybody else in line. Alright, I have to get everybody else in line. Okay, bro. At this point, you're just trying to, like, not let everybody else go anymore. Alright, anyway, let's just go ahead. Alright, I did your 1v1. I have to go with everybody else, okay? I can't keep doing you over and over again, okay? I have to do everybody else. There's a lot more people in line. You're not the only person in line, okay? I need you to know there's a lot of other people in line right now, okay? I can't get, like, bro. I gotta do everybody else. There's more people in line, okay? That's all I'm trying to say right now. Alright? Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. Alright. Alright, Super ROBLOX, you should be able to get on into the server. It should let you in, okay? Alright, let's do this then, bro. Let's do this then. Alright. Alright, alright. Are you able to get in, Super ROBLOX? Are you able to get in? It should let you in. Alright, wait, I can fly? Wait, does it let me fly? I saw some commands in the chat. Alright, doesn't worry. Unless I have the admin panel, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Is Super ROBLOX able to get in, or what's going on? What's going on here? Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Alright, what's going on right now? What's going on? Okay, I have to give him like 5 minutes for you to get on in here, or else I have to move on to somebody else, okay? Alright, I'm gonna give him 5 minutes to get on in here. I'm giving him to like 4, like, I'm gonna you just disconnect. Wait, what? Wait, did? Wait, what do you mean? Okay. Alright, bro. Okay. The first area is not though, like, why has he got not in here yet? Alright, I'm gonna give him up to like, I'm gonna give him to 454 to get on in here, okay? Give him to 454 to get on into the game. If you're not here by 454, moving on to somebody else. Alright. Alright, Jesse, you'll be up in the rivals if this guy's not joining like 4:54 p.m. That's how long I'm giving him. Alright. Unless I didn't save it, then maybe it's, oh, okay. Let me look at the server. Yeah, he should be at. Wait, what? Bro, I already 1-for-1'd you already. I can't do that. I already 1-for-1'd you already. I can't do that. You're just gonna beat me up again. Like, there's other people in line. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Unless you want to do it while we're in rivals, then fine. But like, I can't like do it again on this. Like, 1-for-1 people once, so it's like get to everybody else in line. There's more people in line right now. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say right now. Okay? Like, there's more people in line. There's more people than just you here. I was really saying 60 million subscribers, but he is? Hold on, let me look. Let me look at actual speed. Alright, actual speed. Let me look at actual speed here. Let me go check. 60 million. Like, it's not even 18 hours. You might hit it before all this happens, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm trying to tune into that tomorrow. All right, there we go. Finally in. All right, he made it in. All right, nice. Did you account my sister once 1v1? I'm not sure if I'm able to do that right now, bro. I don't think I'm able to do that. All right. All right. Wait, maybe other people on that. I'll probably do her after. I'll do it after. You prefer local island or pair drop? Local's not pair. I'll do pair drop. That's something that I've been using to send videos over. That's something that I've been doing. My pair drop is so easy to do. The only thing I hate about pair drop is it does not go over like 200 megabytes or whatever it is. Yeah, it doesn't go above that. It's 200 MB. So that's the only thing I don't like about it. Unless if local send is higher than that, then I might try to switch to that. Yeah, other than that, I like pair drop better. Bro. Bro, everybody else is in line. I have to do her after Jessie, alright? Or after the last person in line, okay? Like, I can't just put her in front of everybody else. Like, that won't be fair to everybody else, right? You know, that won't be fair to everybody else. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Like, we have other people in line, Voxy, alright? You gotta understand, there's other people in line. It's not just you and your sister here in this chat. Oh, okay. Might have to walk into that. Okay, anyway. Alright, get on me, bro. Like, bro, how do you jump that high, dude? Alright, get over here, dude. Okay. Okay, how? Where are people getting these powers from? Oh my god. Like, let me move! Okay, okay. Stop. Enough of your emotes! Alright, there we go. Oh my god, why does it not let me move sometimes? This game is so finicky. Alright. This game is so freaking finicky all the time. Stop making me move! Stop making me stop! Oh my god, this game is so freaking finicky. I absolutely hate it. Like, this game is like so finicky with moving. I don't understand. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just. Bro, like, I can't put your sister above everybody else in line. I can't do that. I'm sorry. We gotta go in normal order. We gotta be fair for everybody, okay? Like, okay? Like, we can't just cut everybody else in line, okay? You can't do that. Your sister will be going in the back of the line where everybody, like, you know? Okay? Like, that's what, like, there's more people now. We have Jesse, and then we have, I think, I'm not sure if anybody else the other guy's still here. Like, actually, we have Wendy Solids after Jesse. I think so, right? I think so. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll see what happens after Jesse, alright? I'll see if anyone, if the guy that was supposed to be in line after Jesse is there, then we'll see what happens, okay? As of right now, you're probably at least behind Jesse or the other person in line, okay? Like, we have other people in line. Okay, we can't just cop people. But we can't just cop people in line, okay? Alright, here we go. I'm not trying to be mean to your sister or anything, I'm just saying there's other people in line. Alright, okay, I really hate this game so finicky. Like, it always make me stop whenever I'm trying to move. Alright, let's just move on with the arrow keys. Let's move the arrow keys. I think that I think I probably need to go to characters. Alright, let me go get the characters here. Okay, strongest hero. You've already used this what? Alright, here we go. I see. There we go. W. Thanks, bro. Alright, let's go on over here, bro. Alright, let's see how this thing goes. Let's see how these powers go, bro. Alright. Ooh, W. I like that. You're thinking way better, bro. I'm not trying to be mean to your sister. I'm saying there's other people in line right now. Okay, I'm just saying that there's other people in line. Alright, like there's other people here that are trying to, you know, they want to get 1v1, you know? Like, we can't just cut people in line. I'm sorry. Alright? Like, I'm just saying. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, get on over here, bro. Get on over here. Alright. Why would, okay, anyway, let me just move on. Okay. But why didn't it let me use the power? What was that? Oh my god, dude. Just come on. Let me get this guy killed once and for all, dude. Oh my god! How do you get no cooldowns on this stuff, bro? How do you get no cooldowns? This guy looks like... I didn't say I wasn't gonna. I didn't decline it. I'm just saying like she's just in line. Like my God, bro. Like I didn't say I declined it. I was just saying that like she has to wait in line with everybody else. Okay, fine. We'll do the 1v1 after this, okay? Just please. I'm like I don't know how many times I have to tell you that there's other people in line. Okay, just please. Just like bro, I didn't say I declined it. I'm just saying that there's other people in line. I'm just saying, like I'm not sure, like there's other people here. It's not just you here, and your sister. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, cause like I'm not sure how like being your sister, that means she could just cut the line. That's not like how that works here. That's not how it works. All right, let's do it then, bro. Let's do this thing. Okay. Yeah, there's other people in line. All right, here. Okay. Like, okay. All right, here we go. Let's get this guy. Let's see if we get this guy done. All right. All right. You're last on the list. So once me and Jesse do our 1v1, I'll let your sister go. All right. Do we have a deal? All right. Like, you know, like after Jesse does the 1v1, I'll do your sister. All right. Okay. Like I'm like no one gets the ability to just cut the line just because they're like siblings or whatever. That's not how this works here. Like everyone has to wait in line regardless of what their status is. Okay. Like you could be like literally Mr. Beast and you still have to wait in line like everybody else. Okay? Like that's how the deal is here, okay? Alright. Alright. GG's on the 1v1 with Super Hack Roblox. Or the other guy that was in here, the funny rant guy. Alright, GG's on the 1v1 there. Alright, let's go on in here. Let's do this, bro. Let's do this thing. Alright, after this, we'll do your sister, alright? The other account back, then we're gonna go do that. We're gonna destroy it. Okay, buddy. All right. Well, you did, but both of you guys, you like kind of used like what was basically like a rival sniper against like the was basically the default weapon in rival. That's basically what we kind of did here. All right, Jesse, here we go. Let's go on over here. All right, let's do this. Alright, after this, we're doing the sister, okay? Just make sure you guys know. I'll add the other account back, and then we're gonna go do that. Let's do random. Yeah, I'm also do random. As long as it's not like the construction one. The construction one's my least favorite map. Alright, let's do the energy rifle, then flare gun, then knife, then freeze ray. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Okay. Hold on, let me turn my volume on real quick. Let me turn my volume on. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Get on here, get on here. Alright, there we go. Got you, buddy. Hee hee. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Alright. Alright, get on over here. Alright, okay. Let me use the flamethrower, flare gun, knife, and then freeze ray. Alright, that'll do. Yee. Oh, I didn't hit him. Why didn't I hit him? Just hit him already. My God, dude. Alright, here we go. We got this. Alright, come on. Okay. Ow! Why Why does my health go down so fast compared to everybody else that I play with? Oh my god, dude. Alright. Oh my god, okay. Here we go. Let's do this thing, dude. Let's do this thing. Why does my... I only have that same weapon. It does basically nothing. What? How? Make it make sense. Right, didn't I 1v1 you already in the game already? I did I 1v1 you in the strongest battlegrounds? Did I 1v1 you there already? Alright, okay. What is going on? Alright. Oh my god, okay. Alright, okay. Alright, here we go, okay. Oh my, why does my weapons not do anything? Oh my god, dude. Alright. Alright. Alright, fine. Let's do that. Alright, let's do that. Alright, here we go. Let's do that. That's probably a better idea, I guess. Alright, then after this, we're going to be doing the sister. If they're even still here, I think they just post on subs or something. I don't know. But if they're not, I'm giving them like after this, I'll give them like 5 minutes to respond, and then I'll just, you know, do that. Alright, after this, the sister will be next, okay? The sister will be next after you. Alright? That's what we'll do. And I'm not going to be changing it after that. Alright, here we go. Let's start a, shot. Okay. Alright, let's try permafrost, energy pistols, then maul. Alright, let's try to try battle axe, then grappler. Yeah, that'll do. You don't really use the grappler that much. Are both? Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay. Prepare for a person coming here, right? That's awesome, bro. That's awesome. You know who it was? Wait, did we both die? Okay, I don't know what happened. Anyway, okay. Alright. Alright, blocks, I'll be 1-for-1ing your sister after this if she's still up for it, alright? Alright, here we go, okay. Alright. Alright, get on over here, get on over here, okay. This thing sucks. Maybe on to. Okay, why does it keep stopping? Make it free. Ah! Where do you guys have a shield at this point? Oh my god. I need to use this thing better. Okay, this thing sucks. Alright. How? What is. Okay, how did the people get their health to go down slower? Like, what is this? What's going on, Mikey? How you doing, bro? How are you doing? Wait, no, she doesn't. You already made her cry. I mean, she's had to understand that other people in line. I wasn't trying to decline on her. I just had to tell other people in line. Okay? I wasn't trying to make her mad or anything. I was just telling her there's other people in line. That's all I had to say. Like, everyone has to wait in line, no matter what status you are. You know? Like. Because I'm just saying that, like, you know, I'm just trying to decline her. I'm just trying to be mean to her or anything. I'm just like, you know, she's got to come to reality. It's not just her and you in the world. You know what I mean? There's other people here. Okay? This thing sucks. Okay, what is going on? Like, come on, bro. Alright. 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 Like, what made her think that, like, she could, like, you know, like. I didn't even know she even had that. I didn't even know she even had that, bro. I didn't expect me to know like that, but like how does it like I do just want to ask her like people just can't like cut lines though. I'm being honest, but alright. Now look at about this one, alright? I was trying to do 1-1. Like I don't know how to expect me to know that. Alright, anyways, alright. Why is it? come on. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and just do this. Okay. Let me switch to a different gun now. Alright, let me use my battle axe. Alright, come on. No, fine, I'll do that. Alright. Gotcha, buddy! Alright. Alright, I'll look it up after this. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright. Alright. Right, come on. Okay. Do this. Gotcha, buddy! Said you would? Oh yeah, I do remember that, I remember that. Bro, I'm just trying to like... But like, I'm just saying that she couldn't just cut in line like that. That's all I was trying to say. Like, she can't just cut in line in front of everybody. Like... I'm just saying people just can't cut in line. That's all I'm saying. Like... You don't have to understand there's a... Like... I'm just saying. Like, fine, if she doesn't want to do what we want, then fine. Then fine. If she doesn't want to, that's fine. That's her thing. Like... Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, gotcha, buddy. Alright. How is he in the wrong for telling people that you can't cut in line? How is that in the wrong? How is he in the wrong for that? Okay, let's try to be chill, everybody. Let's try to be chill, alright? Let's try to be chill, because, like... You know what I'm saying? People just can't cut in line, regardless of what's going on, alright? Like... Like, I can't just cut in line because I have autism, you know? Like, I can't have that. Like, same with anything. Not even if, like, let me just look up what the term is anyways. Let me just look it up anyway. Like, alright, go game, bro, go game. Alright. I think it's hypersensitivity, right? Let me look. Look at the chat here, let me look. Alright. Bro, I'm just saying that people can't cut in line. Oh my god. Alright. Sensitivity. It's overactive immune response that causes tissue damage or body dysfunction upon re-exposure to harmless substance or self... Okay. Alright. Alright. Well. Alright. I'm trying to play it. I'll see what I can do on this. I'm just sick and tired of all of this, bro. Oh my god. See if I can find it. See if it's on here. I think, is this it? Is this the game here? Alright, here we go. Is this it right here? The childhood game here? Or is this it right here? Alright. Wait, you just said, what? Alright. So I guess the country in this game. Alright, let's go into this game. Let's go over here. Wait, we said I wanted to do this, so that's what we're doing. Alright. Why is all this? Alright, anyways, okay. Alright, here we go, okay. What's going on, Frankie? How you doing, bro? How are you doing? Alright. Why does it say I'm unemployed? What's this? Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. You sound dangerous, but with my help, you'll raise a happy, healthy family. Alright, sounds good. Oh, why am I so slow? Alright, anyway, let's go on in here. 2 kids at 10, I know yours will be different. When we want to be that thrives. Alright, let's go over here. Okay. Are you late? It's alright, bro. It's alright. You did miss the her story thing, though. You did miss that, though. I mean, it's alright. It's not. I'm glad you're here, though. Alright, what's it? This is the childhood game that this guy wanted us to play, so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, let's name my girl name. Paint it. I might name it, I might just name it this. I might name it dog right here. Let's do that. Okay. Alright. Here we go, okay. Perfect. Now we're gonna raise this thing. Is that a line? Maybe, I think so, I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna have to ask you to find job button. Alright, let's do this, okay. Let's find job button now. Where's that at? Okay, alright. I think it's over here. I think where this location thing is over here. Alright. Alright, here we go. Alright, is someone just slinging themselves around here right now? Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, let's go on over here. Let's go into the job section. Here we go. Alright. Stashed item? What's that? Okay, anyway. Going on in here. Purchase, I guess? Can't afford this, I guess. Where am I supposed to go then? It says find job button. Let me to the store here. Alright. Where does it want me to go from here, bro? Oh, become janitor. Fine. Alright, let's go clean up messes here. There we go. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, there we go. Did I fail? Okay. Screw that puddle. Alright, let me go find something else. Alright. Alright, okay. You know the puddles here. Fine, we'll go back to the other one then. We'll go back to the other one then. Here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. Okay, I guess you cleaned it up. Okay. Child muncher? What's that supposed to mean? That sounds weird. Alright, where's supposed to go from here then? Okay, who's shooting stuff? What is going on over here? What is going on? Okay, what are we supposed to do now? Now let's go head home then. Where's my baby at? Come on, dog, get over here. Alright, let's go. Honestly, don't even know. Alright. Alright. I want to go head home now. Alright, here we go. Let's go head home now because I'm not sure what else to do from here. Alright, you said to click here. Okay. Alright. Where's home, bro? Where's home at? Where's our home at? Hey, baby, they're about things, bro. Alright, this is our baby. It looks like an alien, but I mean, I did color the baby green for whatever reason, but. Alright, where's the house at? Unless I think this is the house. I'm pretty sure this ain't the house. Where's it to go from here? Okay, is this even a house? Where's it to go from here? Oh yeah, this will do it nicely. Alright, I just need to get some. Where do we? Alright, what can we do from here? There's a big monster. Yeah, there was a big monster, but I think we got room. How to muncher? Okay. Alright, here we go. Where's it to go from here? Where's the furniture? Where's the furniture? All I have is wood. Going to get the concrete. We're playing this right now. I don't think we're going to do that, but alright, well, I mean, I guess I might as well, because I'm not sure we're going to get through this all on stream today, because I have to go get dinner soon, so. I have a lot of time to do this today, unfortunately. I guess I might as well do that, you know what I mean? Because, like, I have to go get dinner soon after this, so let's go to guess the country. Alright, because I feel like the childhood game is like a role-play game and stuff, and this probably deserves like its own stream if I was to do it. Alright, here we go, okay. That was a big monster. I think it's called a child monster. I think that's what that is. Guess the country, alright, guess the country flag or die. Yeah, I think this one sounds fun. Let's do this. This is the best one I could find, so let's do this one. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. Okay. Let's go into this, and here we go. Okay. Is that who I think that is? Is that who I think that is? Okay, I thought that was, yeah, you know. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and let's do this one. Alright, everyone can join on into this. Here we go. Let's turn the music down, though. Let's do that. Turn that down. Oh, there we go. This should do. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. I'm going over here. Let me put my phone on over here real quick. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Okay, okay, this one's on Brazil. Alright, perfect. We did it, bro. Because of the, can't hear it because of the music. Turn on the music. Alright, you should be able to hear me now. Alright, we got Brazil. Alright, if you didn't get that, then I don't know what's going on here. Alright, this one I think is Germany. W. Alright, we got the Germany. Alright. Alright. I think this is Canada. Yeah, this one's Canada. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Alright, W. Alright. This still guess a country. This is still guess a country. This is still, I guess, a country. You know, like it. Alright, let me. And it's still, I guess, the country game. It's just this one feels like more fun to do, you know? Alright. Correct answer is Mexico. Alright. Okay, fine. Alright, fine. We'll do that. Alright. And what was wrong with this game? What was wrong with this one, bro? I said guess my country. He said guess the country. So I mean, like, you could say like guess my country. I mean, guess the country. Like, I always look for words. I always look for the game like the same keywords that you provide to me. All right. Okay, this is probably the last game before we end off today's stream. All right, this is probably the last game we do today. Like, I have to go get dinner and stuff done after this. Okay. I'm not inviting people in here. All right. All right. Here we go. Okay. Alright, but this is kind of hard to do on stream because you can just look at the stream and watch it from there. I mean, I don't know if this guy's even in the stream though, right? Hopefully not. Yeah, this guy's not in the stream, so, yeah, Germany, I'll do Germany for this. Okay. Like, if you guys are looking at the stream while playing with me, then you guys will be able to easily find my country. So, I mean, this is not the type of game to play on stream, you know? This country is in Africa? I don't know, dude. I don't know. What countries are in Africa? I want to say Asia. I don't know. Alright. Have an E. Yes. Okay. Arabic? I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure this type of game I wanted to play today, bro. Let me just put in, I don't know, another letter. Let me just put, German, want to hear one word? Sure, if you want to do that. Oh, A, let's try to do. Wait, his is Germany. Wait, he's put G. Wait, I'm not sure if he's spelling out mine or if I'm spelling out his. Wait, no. I think he's spelling out mine and I'm spelling out his. Okay, I got you. Okay. Let's put a G in here for good luck. Wait, I'm confused. Anyways, okay, never mind, I'm not. Okay, anyways, let's see. Algeria? Oh yeah, okay. Let me try. Wait, there's no A in it, so it's not Algeria. Let me see. I'm gonna put this random L in here. Okay, so I just took that L, didn't I? Alright, how did he able to put mine so easily on here? Unless he didn't. I don't know. Let's see. Alright, let's see what he gets now. Okay, how is he guessing it? Alright, let's put R, I guess. I don't know. How? Oh my god. Okay, how? Fine, let me put a W in here. Stop! Ugh. How? Is this guy watching, or what are we doing? Alright, okay. Alright, let me try another one. Like, how did he guess mine? Like, alright, Tommy. You better not be looking at the stream, because that's cheating, if so. Alright. Alright, let me do this one. Let's do a harder one for him. There we go. Haha. Do a harder one for him. You better not be looking at my stream, or else that's cheating. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, if you guys are looking at my stream while doing it. Okay, this guy definitely cheating. Like, green? Oh my god. Okay, finally. Alright, he got one wrong. Let's put, I'll put I in here. Pretty good luck. Okay. Okay, what is going on? Alright, so I got I, okay. Alright, let's try T. Okay. Bro. Okay, let's try A. Oh my god. Stop saying no! Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Let's try an L here. Oh my god. Bro, stop. Alright. Oh my god. Let's try E. Fine, we got one. I think I know what it is. I think I know what his country is. Alright, I think I know what it is. Yes! I think I know. I know. Alright, X. Alright, I know what it is. My god. C. Mexico. What's going on, Valentine? How you doing, bro? What's going on, Valentine? Right now, how you doing? I'm not sure why my overlay doesn't show you guys some stuff on the messages anymore, but oh, yes. Alright, buddy, let's do this thing. Alright, Funny Man, let's see what you got, buddy. Okay, are you just gonna stand there, or what are we doing? Tom, why am I only playing with Tommy? Alright, bro, we need to do something different. I don't know, let's do Afghanistan. Let's do that. Alright, this guy better not be watching, by the way. This guy better not be watching. Better not be watching the stream. Okay. I think your chat is not working. I mean, oh, what's going on, Jose? How you doing, bro? How you doing? I think your chat's not working. It's probably not. I mean, it's probably. I mean, we got a new chat overlay, so I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going on with it, but hopefully it works. Okay. How did he get? Okay. Let's try A for his. Alright, A and A. Let's try an I. Okay, I think I put I already. Okay. No W in my country, bruh. I don't think I'm gonna fix it that much. I don't think I'm gonna fix the chat. I mean, it's not my chat overlay. I can't. It's not directly built into my streaming app like the other one used to be. I'll have to reach out to the developer on that. I think I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I think his is Afghanistan. I think me and him both chose the same country. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. There can be. Never mind. It's not. It looks like it, but it's not. Actually, no, it's not. I'm looking at my thing. I'm getting so confused with the way these are laid out. Okay, maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. So this is what his looks like. This is what his looks like. This is what his looks like. I need to make sure I know that. This is what his country is, not mine. Let me try H. Alright, here we go. Letter R? Yes. No, no, that's not. Okay. Let's try T. No? Okay. Sounds good to me. Alright, no. Let me try a Z. Let's just go do a Z. Let's just... Okay. What is going on with this guy's country, man? Okay, let me try M. Okay, why is this rejecting every letter I put forward? Okay, alright. Let's try R. Alright, got an R, nice. Okay. Let's try G. Let's do G just to make, do that. Let's do that. Perfect. Wait. Okay. Okay. Join if you, if you want to, you can join on it if you want. My join should be on, so you should be able to join on it if you want to. Yes, we got it. Okay. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh, so I first got to guess. Here we go. Alright, let's do this thing, bro. Let's do this thing. Okay. Okay. No? Alright. Let's do K. I'm in. Alright. Alright. I'll just do whoever comes up next. I'm not gonna do a specific order for this, okay? I'm just gonna do just some random thing. Dude. Bloxy, I didn't try to make your sister cry, bro. I wasn't trying to do that. I'm just saying there was a line. Guys. I'm just saying that, like, she had to wait in line. I'm gonna play new. I'll have to end the stream after this game, so, this is the last game I'm playing on stream for today, though. Alright. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, anyways, okay. I wasn't trying to make the sister cry, dude. I wasn't purposely trying to do it. I'm just saying there's a line. That's all I said. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, I'll show you. Alright, here we go. Alright. Yeah, like if you don't like my content, then you can just leave, bro. You can't. And instead of trying to make me look like a bad person, how about how you just leave then? Like if you don't like my content, then so leave. If you don't like it, that's your thing, okay? You don't have to make other people unsubscribe, okay? Like, if you want to unsubscribe, that's your thing. Alright. Alright. I think it's a V. Yes, I did, bro. I did it. W. Alright. Funny man, let's see what you got here. Alright. Alright, let's see who comes up next, okay? Let's do this. Here we go. Let's see who comes up next. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Let's do Q. Oh, that kind of. Okay, let's just do it as a random. Alright, no one look at the stream if you're from the stream. Do not look at the stream when you're playing this with me. Okay, that's cheating. Okay. Alright, if you guys are playing with me while watching the stream, just don't look at the stream because that is cheating. Okay. Alright, let's do this thing. Alright, natural landscapes. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with the hint on that. Alright. Here we go. Alright, probably is Demanda. It's a 6-letter country, so let me try to do M. Yes. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's do S here. No. Alright. Sounds good to me. Okay. Let's put an E in there for this. Okay. What's going on, Jose? How you doing, bro? What's going on, dude? Let's do I. Let's do I for this. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Blocked. What are you doing, bro? You said you were leaving. Why do you keep doing this? Alright. Like, if you don't like my content, that's one thing. If you don't like me, then so be it. Just just move along. Just move on the rest of your day. You don't need to keep, like, just, you know. Alright. Gambia? Alright. Anyway, alright. Alright, here we go. Let's go move on to the next Alright, we'll do 2 more of these and we're gonna go head off for the night, because I'm just like, you know. Alright. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's do W here. There's no country W. Alright. There we go. Perfect. And Funny Man, try not to look at my stream whenever we're doing this, okay? Alright. Alright, I'll do this guy right after. Is this you right here, the little bacon hair guy? Is this you right there? Alright. Okay. Alright, let's see. Alright. He's taking a long time. Alright, okay. Try not to look at the stream while doing this funny rant, alright? Alright, let's do E. Yeah, try not to listen to people that try to do that stuff. Yeah, that's facts right there. Facts right there. Alright. Alright, next. The country borders Algeria. Let me try. I don't know. Try H. Dang it. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. Okay. Let's try and do L here. Let's put an L here. Alright, let's try not to look at the stream while I'm doing this. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's see what we got. Now, I'll take it. Okay. Alright. Let's do U here. Dang it. Why? You don't watch stream so you don't cheat? Alright, yeah. Cause like, if you watch the stream, then that's cheating. Alright. Alright, let's do... Okay, I don't think I ever did M. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, here we go. We got M. I think it's Malaysia, I think. Malaysia. Hold on. I don't know if it's a city or a state. Anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna try. Okay, it's not Malaysia. There's no A allowed, so it's obviously not. Okay, let's try S. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Q. Let's do R here. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, here we go. Okay, anyways, let's see. Alright. Morocco. Oh, yeah, it might be Morocco. Yeah, I might be onto something. Let's try it. Let's try an O here and let's see what we get. Yeah, but yeah, it definitely is. You're onto something there. That'll be Jose. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Letter N. Okay. Alright, I think let's put C. Ha ha ha! W. W's in the chat, bro. Alright, let's sit down with this guy. Alright, here we go. Alright, alright. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna play a card game. I don't think I have time for that today, unfortunately. Alright, let's do this. Alright, Jose, I think you'll be after this guy, alright? Because this guy's randomly sat down, so then I can't get back up from him, so... Yeah, you'll be after this guy, alright? Unless that's unless it's you or something. Alright. Alright, let's see what Cristiano Ronaldo's gonna do. That's actually the name of this guy's account. Alright, let's see what Ronaldo has to say. Alright, let's start off with M. Let's do an M to start off with. Okay, it's not M. Alright, it has letter I? Okay, alright. Alright, let's go look. Let's do A. Let's do an A here. Oh, we got 2 A's. Nice. We got 2 things here. Alright. Alright. Can you sometimes stream Forsaken? I mean, Forsaken's not much of a game I enjoy playing. If there's like an update in there, I'll probably play it. But like, it's not my type of game to play on stream. You know what I mean? When a stream feels like an update, it's not my type of thing to play. I kind of find it kind of boring and stuff like that. And it's just, you know, you're supposed to react to her story? I did react to her story. I reacted to it earlier in the stream. I think you probably just came in after we did that. So if you go back to the beginning of the stream, you better see that. Like, we just, like, after we did her story, they were just playing games to have fun afterwards, you know? To have some more fun. It was, we reacted to this YouTube channel called Her Story, so if you rewind the stream, you'll be able to see it. I'll also be cutting it down to the her story part after once the stream processes and everything. North America. Alright. North America, do you say? Let's try to do this. Oh my god. Salam. Alright, here we go. Okay, I see. Okay. Alright, let's do... Alright, but you can't do M. Let's do... N. Okay, N's not in there. Alright. Oh, I see what. Alright, here we go. Okay, let's do... let's try D. Let's try D here. We got D. Alright. Salvador. Okay. I think it's like an R at the end. Let's try to do R. Let's do an R at the end. Alright. I thought it would be Salvador. Alright, anyways, that's letter R? No. Okay. Alright, I'm just trying to see. I think let's try V. Yes! We did it! W. My favorite game is called Car Crashers 2. Oh my, I remember Car Crashers 2, bro. Like that game was the game for me back in the day. Like one of the games that I used to play back in the day. Me and my brother used to play all the time. All right, you're up next, bro. All right, Cristiano Ronaldo, you're gonna have to move. All right, back here, bro. Back here, Jose, back here. All right, here we go. What was that climb animation? Like. Alright, anyways, let's do ahead. Let's do in. Let's do this. There we go. Perfect. Let's try not to cheat here. Yeah, if you watch the stream, if you're up here and you're watching the stream, then that's cheating. Like if you're going up against me in this. Because like these types of games, you know, you can't really... There's types of games you normally play like on a pre-recorded video, because it's kind of hard to do on a live stream. Okay. Whoever's that avatar needs to move. Oh my god. Alright. Is the letter right? Yes. Okay. See, he has a 5-letter country, so I think it's... Let's try L to start off with. It's not. Alright. 5-letter country. Okay, yeah, that's not looking good for me. Let's try A. Alright. Okay, I don't know. Alright. 5-letter... okay. Let's try a G. Let's do a R for this. Dang it, it's not an R. Alright. Alright, what do we have next? That's letter H? Okay, yeah, he's getting it. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and do... Alright, let's try this. Alright, okay. So I didn't get that time. Okay. Let's try this one. Dang it, it's not. Alright, Q, there's no Q in there. Alright, let's see. Let's try E. Dang it, it's not. Bully, cause you got my dad's account. I mean, don't let people bully you, bro. If they bully you, just don't give them attention or else they'll keep doing it to you, you know? Just don't give them attention. That's all I gotta do. That's all I gotta do here. Alright, let's do, okay, let's try, let's let it make sense of this. Try D? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I shouldn't have put that. Alright, what have we got now? Alright, let's see what we got next. Oh, what do we got next, bro? Alright, what do we got next? The Netherlands? Okay, alright, yeah, he got that. Alright, he got it. No, GG's, bro. What was this? Ghana! Oh, I see. Can I add you and then play against you? Yeah, sure, man, if you want to. What's your username? What's your username, bro? What's your username? What's your username, bro? Alright, GG's, Jose. GG's. What do we got over here? We got gaming chairs. Wait, we got $600. Let's buy a new chair. That is bubblegum chair or something. Let's buy that. Perfect. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna pull up my pro chat here. Alright. Let's go scroll down. Alright. Alright, let me go ahead. Okay. You wanna watch the stream? That'll be, bro. That'll be. Alright. Well, so by the way, if you guys play against me in this game, do not try to look at this stream while doing it because that'll be cheating. Because like if you're able to see what country I am, then it's not very much like it's not very much of a mystery, is it? You know. All right. All right. Can you run from? I'll get you out to this. I'll get you out to this guy. All right. I'll get you out to this blue duck, the blue duck guy. All right. I'll get you out to this guy. All right, Bartholomew. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and add you on here. I think this is your account. All right. Here we go. I watched you how to get their staff or something. But thanks for coming. I mean, did you think the tutorial was good? I'm glad you. I mean, I'm glad you're. Wait, hold on. I need to reword myself. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Oh my god. Did you think the tutorial was helpful? Because I'm always trying to help people around here. I want to know what your thought was on it too. You know. Hopefully you're able to get the staff. Because hopefully my tutorial was helpful for you, bro. I'm just so tired. So my words get all over the place sometimes. And I'm glad my tutorials are helpful if they were. I'm trying to make sure everybody was able to get these items. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna wait for this blue dot guy to get on in here. Then we're gonna go do this over here in the country. To try to guess the country. Alright, let's do this. Here we go. Alright, are you smart? I mean, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do that. I mean, are you smart? I think I heard about that game before. I think I remember hearing Are You Smarter Than a 5th grader? But I think that I might try to do that game sometime soon. I don't think I'm gonna do it today, but I mean, I might try to do it, you know? I try and do it. Alright. Okay, let's see if there's okay, Bartholomew's in here. Alright, nice. Okay, here we go. Let's go on over here. Alright, let's do it then, bro. Let's do this thing. W. Alright, let's do a I. Alright, here we go. Let's see what this guy's got. Let's try not to cheat on the stream, alright? Let's try not to cheat. Alright, I'll run one everybody else that's in the game with this game after this, alright? Alright. I'm not trying to do. Let's try to do an A. Let's start off with an A. Oh, we got an A. Got A at the end. Alright. Perfect. Alright. Has the letter D? Yep, it does. Yep. Alright, let's do E. No E? Alright. Alright. There's no E. So he has A at the end. I think it's Algeria. No, it's not. It's not Algeria. Alright. Let's try I. Let's try an I here. Yeah, it does. Alright, we got 2 I's in here. We got pretty good. Yeah, alright, here we go, dude. Let's do... Oh, let's try an O here. No, I mean, it's not. Alright, okay. The letter L? Yes. Let's try J. I mean, it's not... Alright. Alright, let's do... Alright, here we go. Or after this, alright. I'm gonna do like 2 more of these, then we're gonna go ahead and head off for the night. Tunisia? Aw, man. I didn't get the rest of it not that fast. Anyway, alright, GG's, bro. GG's. Alright, we're doing this guy next. Alright. Let's do this one. There we go. Alright, try not to cheat on the stream. Alright, let's do this. It has access to the sea. Let me do... Let's try a B. I'm gonna start with a B yet. I mean... Alright, G. Yeah, there's no G in there. Alright, let's try E. Alright, GG, blue duck. Blue, SY duck. Alright, letter P. Yeah, there's no P in the country. Alright. Alright, let's try S. Alright, you gotta go get in the stream. What kind of game do you have? Is it the Are You Smart, or is it what game do you have? What game do you have the stream, bro? The coastline. Let's try C. Alright, so there's 3 spin. Alright, new. Wait. Wait a minute. I think I know what he went with. Hold on. No, that's mine. That's mine. I keep getting confused with, like, this is like my country, this is his. Like, I keep getting those confused. Try G. Oh my god, what is going on? I keep getting those 2 things confused. Oh my god, alright. Alright, parents for Bollywood. Let's try I. Alright, you got I. Alright. Alright. No, there's no M in there. Let's try O. No, there's no I. There's no O, man. Alright, there's D. Yeah, there's a D. Alright, let's try A. Oh yeah, we got an A! Yes! Let's try an L. I don't think there's no L. Yep, there's no L. Alright, let's try this again. Alright. Oh, it's India? Let's try India. Let's try India. Yeah, let's try that. Oh, yes, it is. I think you might be on something, bro. Might be on something. Alright. San Diego border roleplay? I mean, a roleplay is not really much of a thing you technically stream. Like, it's not really much of a game you kind of stream, if you know what I mean. Like, roleplays, you can probably do, like, videos and stuff, but, like, I mean, we could try it out, but, like, roleplay games aren't really a type of game you normally, like, stream to people, but, I mean, we might try, who knows, we'll see if it's any good. But I won't be able to do it today, though, obviously, but, like, we're getting try to keep, like, action-packed and all that, and stuff like that. Nobody knew that? Well, congratulations, you know your geography. Alright, let's go try another one here. Alright, bro, I think I already went against you already. Alright. Let's see if there's anybody else in here that wants to go against them. I get invite Darren Dross. I'm not doing that. Not yet, at least. I have 1 for 1 already. Is there anyone else in here that wants to get 1v1 on this game before we end off? Because, like, I have to get myself ready for dinner after this, so, yeah. Why don't you go against this guy, you know what I mean? Go against this guy. Alright, let's see if this guy still has a computer. Alright, let's try and do a P. Alright, let's try this one. Yeah, this guy definitely isn't watching, so this should be pretty good. Alright, this is probably the last one before I head off for the night, okay? We'll head off for the night after this. Alright, North America. Let me try T first. No. Nah, okay. It's not like that, or pretty. Oh, okay, okay. I'll check it out. I'll see if I can check it out sometime this week. We'll see. I'll try to check it out after stream, and then I'll just see what it's a little bit of what it's like before I think about streaming it. I'm not gonna like play it fully, so it won't ruin my reaction over it. I'm just gonna make sure I can see what the idea of the game is. Like life experience. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, we got an A. Okay, we got A and A. Alright. Or letter Y. No, there's not. Alright. Let's try E. Alright, can you... Alright. Bro, can you not stand on my thing, please? Ooh. You was on the stream... You went on the stream when you said the tutorial was helping a bit late? Alright. I was in the stream when you said that was the tutorial helpful. I mean, do you think the tutorial was helpful? cause I know like some people, like, what do you think the tutorial was really helpful? That's what I'm gonna ask. But like, your tutorial was helpful? W, I'm glad my tutorials were helpful, bro. I'm glad you found it helpful. Always trying to make good content for people, you know what I mean? It's good to get feedback like that, bro. It would be good if YouTube had like a feedback program for people to, like, their partner program where people could give feedback on the content, you know? And it's kind of like Roblox's feedback thing. You could give feedback and the developer could read it, you know? Like, I mean, I guess you'd have comments for that, but I mean, like, a separate feedback thing, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess think about it now, it just kind of feel like unnecessary to do, you know what I mean? And like the feedback program for YouTube. But I'm glad this tutorial was helpful. Alright, anyways, okay. Alright, I'm getting kind of, I think I'm bad at geography. Alright, alright, here we go, okay. There are, no, okay, let's try D, on this. But I think I know what this is. I think it's Nevada. Actually, no, it's not, I don't think so. No. I guess no, it's not Nevada. It's not Nevada. I'll just try to put an in there anyways. Wait, that. Wait. Alright. Let's see what football. FIFA. I'm gonna try and do the FIFA thing. Alright. Local identity. Let's try C. No C there. Yeah, there's no C. Alright, alright. It's not the Nevada. It's not that. Alright. Let's see what we got next. Alright. Let's try R, I guess? Wait, we have one more letter left. Let me try Granada? I don't know. Let's try this. Granada, yes! W! Alright, W. GG's, everybody. GG's. Alright. So what do you guys think of today's stream? Because like, we're going to try to do some more streams more often now. So, yeah. This will wrap it up today's stream today. So if you guys had a great time, alright, I hope you guys had a great time on today's stream. But it's time to wrap things up for tonight. So I have to go get myself some dinner now. So hopefully you guys had a great time, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye.